live.
You crazy man.
Well, because I kind of had to press the buttons. Should I go like a little more like this way or that way? Look who it is. Look at it. It's us.
You know what? I'll just put it. I don't think it's in the middle.
Oh no, it's gonna turn.
Now do it that way.
No, do
Are you
it
sure
this
we're
way.
live?
Oh yeah, we're live.
We are?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh yeah, there it is.
We're live and in color.
Hi, George.
Who's that, George?
Yeah.
George.
Hi, Raven.
George Raven.
It doesn't look
Welcome.
right.
What do you mean it doesn't look right?
I don't know. It looks like we're going to go up in the air. Like it doesn't look
No, we're
right.
not gonna go up in the air.
Maybe
What do you mean?
lower.
I see us.
Okay, so all of that is extra space. So go that way.
What
No,
do you
no,
wanna
that's
do?
wrong. That's wrong.
Just move the cat. What are you trying to do?
Let me do it. Don't
Use
move.
the joystick, or else it won't stay in that
Okay,
position.
it's staying in that position, but can we go down?
What do you mean? Like down
Just
towards
a little.
up?
Just go down. Yeah, just go down a little. Just a tad.
Like that?
Why
that
does
better?
it look like we're on an angle? Why does it
We
look like
are
we're
on an angle. The
angle?
picture, the camera's right over there.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys enjoying this conversation?
Listen, you guys don't know how lucky you are that you can't see dirt on the shirt. He puts the shirt on and there's a big stain.
So there's a spot.
And
There's a
stop with the
spot.
elbows because the table keeps moving.
I told Danette, well, the table's
Hi,
moving a little
Treatin'.
bit, but
Hi,
thank goodness
Osa.
it have a gimbal,
Nice
so
to
it just
see
keeps
you.
resetting itself. Who are we having there?
All right,
Bobby?
Michael. Hey, Michael.
Michael Rossano. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Osa.
Hi, Melanie. I'm sorry, I'm looking down.
Melanie Martin.
Hi, Randy. Hi, Lynn Pearson.
Lynn Pearson.
Wow.
Welcome aboard.
Look at all these people.
What did Lynn say? But
Lynn says
you
we're
two
a cute
are
couple.
So cute. Well, we know. I am. We are cute.
I don't know about we. Talk for yourself. Jean just got back from vinyl shopping. Just kidding. Wise guy. Thank you, Raven. Thank you. My hair looks nice. It looks like a mess, actually. Drum
I'm
roll,
constantly
and here they
shopping.
are, the stars of our show, Danette and Anthony. Cheers and applause.
Thank you, Classy. Yay!
Thank you, Classy.
That's my
Classy, don't
forecast
forget to
stuff on
say
it.
hello to Randy. He might get mad.
Say hello to Randy because he gets very offended if you don't say
Hi,
hello.
Colleen. Robin, what's for dinner? Okay, so you all know what happened
Colleen.
by now, that we're not in Greasy Nicks, obviously.
Yeah, we're not
We
in
have our
Greasy
mics
Nicks.
on. Can you hear us okay?
There's no grease except
Just
on
want
my
to
shirt.
make sure, that's right, that you can hear us okay. So we had to think of something. Oh my God, today was a mess, but hi, Ange.
Inch.
All right, so we had to think of somewhere to go quick.
Super quick.
And this is in our neighborhood. So we are at Valentino'S. This is the menu.
Show to Valentino.
And
That's
it's
the
a
menu.
pizzeria, and in the back is this is what we're getting. We're getting the dinner special. And you get to choose from these things. What was I saying? I forgot
Danette
already.
is getting an eggplant rollatini.
Because they have the best eggplant rollatini
She
ever.
really loves the rollatini
Anywhere.
And
And you always
I'm
get the
getting
chicken cutlet
good
parm.
old-fashioned chicken parmesan.
So we're
You
at
can't
Italian.
go wrong.
It just so happens.
Yeah. But as our pasta, we're not going tomato sauce. We're going Alfredo. Fettuccine Alfredo for me and linguine Alfredo for this lady
Listen,
over
I
here.
have to try Alfredo because Sheila got it the other day, and it's been on my mind. You missed that rollatini, Ange? Remember to like now so that you don't forget. Oh, hi, HC. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Hi, HC. It's welcome
Well,
aboard.
anyway. Yes,
Oh,
hello, mods.
man. Hello, mods.
So, it's like, where do I begin? I
Where
wish
do we
that
begin?
Listen, we're not young. I wish that the thing that we could read was a lot,
I'll have to make
bigger.
I can make the chat bigger, but then things will go by so fast that we'll have to constantly scroll back. You probably can make it bigger.
You can
But-
now. Yeah, because this is the best eggplant. That's why Joe loves it. We
best
took Joe
eggplant.
and Ange here.
This
we
is
took
the eggplant. That's right.
We took my mother-in-law here years ago when we moved to Queens. We took so many people here and we tell them all about it.
I'm
To be
laughing because
completely
Danette is
honest-
trying to prop up her phone to read
All right, I
the
want
chat.
you to see it too in case I miss something. But Anthony, do you have to move the whole table?
It's hard not to. All right. Now I won't move the table.
Are you going to show what you're eating? Okay, so with the special
It comes with a salad.
it's either eggplant rollatini, chicken parmesan, veal balsicano, or chicken franchise. It comes with a salad, a side salad. It comes with a pasta. It comes with 1 glass of soda or coffee or tea.
And a piece of
And
cake.
1 piece of either chocolate cake or cheesecake. Wait, you could pick coffee or tea or the soda?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna have coffee later. You're making eggplant
You'll be back,
chili
George?
this week?
We'll see you in a
Okay,
little while.
George, thank you.
Robin, making eggplant
Okay, so we
rollatini
both
this
got
week.
the salad first. This is blue cheese. And
Blue cheese dressing.
it is a great deal, isn't it, Trine? And it's like the eggplant rollatini is to die for. This is one of the
It
best
is
places.
really
I only
good.
know
It's
2
really
places
good.
that make it this good, and this is one of them.
It's much better than you would even imagine in a
So
local
I was
place.
really in the mood for steamers tonight.
Oh my God, Danette had been talking about that the entire week.
Reasonable, yeah.
Really, the entire week.
Cucumber. Then we were thinking, should we go? I wanted to go to Veselka or something like that, go to Manhattan. And the time started going by so quick. Hi, Katie. Good to see you.
Katie, welcome. You know
I was
what
like,
it is?
now we gotta go local.
The time gets ahead of you. All of a sudden, it's like, Danette is working, obviously. She's working. She's getting off at like 4:30. All of a sudden, it's getting later, and you're like, what do we do? What do we
Hi,
do
Owen.
now?
Welcome.
Was it Owen in there?
And it was such a bad day.
Owen,
like
hello.
this was one of the worst days. Like the worst.
Do you want to hear what happened?
Don't even get me started. Are you telling me or are you telling them?
Do you want to hear what happened?
Hi, Steven. Great to see you.
Steven, welcome
Hope all's well.
aboard.
Looking forward to hang with you.
We
Us
are-
too. We want to hang out with
we
you
would-
guys. And everyone who's here, thank you so much already for being here. We appreciate it. What we saying, Ann?
Anyone that was expecting us to go to Lino's Clam Bar,
Yeah, in case you
unfortunately
didn't
that
see
fell
the
through.
community page, yeah.
The owner contacted us to tell us that it was today wasn't going to be the day.
Yeah.
That he had to leave the place early, but he really wants us to come in.
He
So we're
was
going to
gonna
do this
talk to
again.
us,
We're going to
yeah.
do this again.
When we went there the first time, I spoke to him. I took some pictures when he wasn't looking. It's in the Instagram. It's there. But he said he did want to speak to us, but somebody didn't come into work or something. It was just he was backed up. He was working
Yes.
so hard.
Whoops.
There's nothing we could do about this table. I'm just gonna put my foot on the bottom. And then no, I got it. And then
It's all my fault.
And then later on, the daughter came out and took a picture of us and put it on their Instagram page. And then they said, "Oh, we would love for you to come back." That was a while ago. And so we thought this was the first we should come back, right? It's summertime. No, it's gonna
You're right,
rain
Rob.
today.
You're right, Robin. It is going to happen eventually.
Yes, definitely. And
We're gonna
actually,
get
we
in there
spoke to him
eventually.
today, and we'll just do it soon. Maybe next week or something. I
They're
don't
very
know.
nice people, and they're
Does
very
anybody
open
else
to
love
the
green
idea.
pimento olives? Like I love these. I'm a big olive person and pickle person and condiment person.
They're
I'm an
also-
antipasto person.
Leno's is also
And
very
roasted peppers,
sentimental.
yum.
Also very sentimental about
Yes.
the things we said about them in the video.
Yes.
Which was really from our heart.
It's
We
really
weren't making
true.
anything up. We weren't like giving anybody
Nope.
a shoe shine job. We were giving them the straight truth. Danette grew
A
up in the
shoe
joint.
shine. Anthony, if you keep eating like that, there's going to be blue cheese all over your shirt.
Who we have in town?
Everybody's so nice.
Everybody is
Did
so
he see
nice.
the video? Yes, him and his daughter saw the video, and he actually, what did he say today? He appreciated
He said
us.
he really appreciates all the things that we said about his establishment,
And he's
how much
related
he
to Jay Leno,
appreciates it.
but all my life, the restaurant was called Leno's, but it was really called Greasy Nick. So that's one
Which-
of the yeah. Go ahead.
One of the things I want to ask is, I know that the family bought it. The place was open before the Leno family owned it. And I'm kind of wonder if he has any information like, well, what was it called? I suspect it might have been called Nick's back in the 1950s.
Yeah, Nick's. That's right. I remember that.
eating chili cheese chicken breast. That sounds pretty good, Randy.
By the way, in case Joe is watching, happy birthday, Joe. Coffee Joe, just to say it again. Hope you had a great day today.
Joey, happy birthday. 1,000 more to come, man.
Yep. All right, so go ahead now, Anthony, and tell the
If
story.
you want to know what happened today, here's what happened.
Don't you love Italian restaurants? Look, you get the common bread basket. Now remember, this is a pizzeria, so it's not like the fancy bread basket.
You get
Oh
your
my
little
God, be careful. That's
container
oil.
of oil to dip your bread in. I'm gonna pour the
Hi,
oil
Stex.
all over
Great
the
to
place.
see you. We are at
Stex?
Valentino's, which is a
Is
local,
everything holding steady?
Queens pizzeria. Also, little known fact, this is where, all right, I already forgot her name.
Oh, this is one of Fran Drescher's favorite places
Fran Drescher,
to go
when she
to
was
in
growing
Queens
up
when she
in
was growing
Queens,
up.
when she was a teenager and she hung out as a teenager, this is where she would come for the pizza. Hi, what a wonderful world. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
You're new here?
It is a wonderful world.
Just stay
It's
a while.
nice to see you.
And
Stay a
you'll
while.
see shenanigans like you've never seen before.
We'll see some shenanigans. I have
Maybe
some
not tonight,
shenanigans
but
planned.
eventually.
There'll
Do?
be shenanigans,
I don't know
all right.
about that.
Happy birthday
Oh yes,
from Randy to
we were
Joe.
thinking of going to Parkside today, but I don't think they're open. And also, only because the thing canceled in the afternoon, we didn't have much time. But I'm not sure if they'd like us to live stream there. That's the only thing.
I'm worried about the live streaming part with Parkside.
Hi, Colleen.
You
Yeah, a
never
little
know.
worried about that.
You know what I'm always worried about? Here's the thing I'm always paranoid about.
Although I would
I'm
like
always
their
worried.
artichoke.
Oh my God,
Their
yeah.
stuffed artichoke and their
You know what
bread
I'm always
basket.
worried about
Hi,
in
Claire.
places? I'm worried about the signal. Claire, how you doing? Did we visit, what was that?
Let me tell you something. That is an excellent question because we lived not too far from each other, and we did go to the same
It's
places.
100%
Not every
good
place,
thing.
but
Good question, Claire.
Yes.
That's right.
and including when we finally met each other. You know, Anthony started working in the A&P, and that's where we met. And for years, I knew his like cousins. I didn't know they were his cousins. So then I found out that you used to shop in the A&P too, right, Ann? Before you came with your mother. Before.
It was very much like this. It was very much like this. That like unbelievably, we lived only a couple of blocks away from each other.
We have to show them
most
where we
of our
lived.
lives.
I didn't even think of that.
I never knew each other. Never ran into each other. We didn't go to the same schools. We didn't like see the same people. We never met
It's very small
until the
world, you're
A&P.
right. Well, again, the A&P is not far from both of our homes, so I guess that's how. You know.
And yet, we never met. But my mother
Oh, this is so crazy. Wait till you hear this. This is a good question.
and
good
her
question.
father.
That's why that question's good. It opens up all the cans of worms.
My mother and her
Go ahead.
father basically lived like 4 blocks away from each other, grew up 4 blocks away from each other.
Yes. And not only that,
My mother on 118th Street, her father on 114th Street. My mother's. Are you ready for the
yeah,
entrees?
yeah. And more napkins,
you can put
please.
them.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
good. Thank you.
My
He asked if we
my
were ready for
mother
our entrees. Go ahead. Ann.
was best friends. We grew up in the same building with a woman whose brother
Oh, thank you so much.
was a friend of her father's.
Right. So, not only a friend, but
My wife's aunt, my wife's
and
uncle.
I'm already confused, Ann. You're going too fast.
My
Hold on.
wife's uncle, who was
My wife,
married,
Danette.
Danette's uncle, who was married to her mother's sister.
All right, hold on. Let me tell the
Was
story
best
really
friends
quick.
with
Let
the
me
guy
tell-
that lived in the same building and literally remembers my aunt.
No, let me explain. I'm going to give you the what's the version?
Oh,
What's it
then that's
called?
going to do the long,
No.
really confusing version.
I'm going to do the, what's it called when you get the book? What is it called? Your brain. Stick's brain hurts. Okay, here we go. My mother was, condensed. Thank you, classy. Okay. My mother was a twin. She grew up in the Bronx, in Throgs Neck. That's where it all began. She has a twin sister. Her twin sister met a guy and...
It's going to get easier to understand.
All right, no, it is. Met a guy, well, let's put it this way. Let me start with my father. Okay, so there's my mother and a twin sister. My father lived in Manhattan on Pleasant and 114th Street, okay? And he had a friend who went to school with him, Benjamin Franklin, across from Joe Rayo's. His friend said his friend was going on a date with this girl, which is my aunt, Anna. He said to me, he called up my father and said, hey, will you come out with a double date? Because I'm going out with this girl who I really like, and I need someone to come with me because she won't go out without a sister. Because they were like that, to be safe, you know? They wouldn't go out with alone. So my father said, okay, and he went out on the double date. Let me put this here. Thank you. You could take that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you could take the menus too.
Thank you.
All right, so they went out on the double date, and the rest is history because my father met my mother on that date, and my uncle, who's now my uncle, is the guy who called up my father and asked, do you want to go on the double date? So all four of them got married. That's the point. My aunt and my uncle got married. My mother and father got married. Now, remember, I'm missing everything. Yeah. So then they all moved to the Bronx eventually. All right.
Oh, is that how it happened?
But wait. Now, my uncle, when he got married, had a best man. His best man, who's still went to Benjamin Franklin, all part of the friend zone. His best man lived upstairs from his mother and his aunt.
From my mother.
And so when they used to go visit, they knew each other.
He remembered.
Isn't that easier than his version? Come on.
Yes. And so Danette's uncle actually remembers that little girl that would be sitting on the steps, giving them the stink eye when they were walking upstairs. The little girl sitting on the steps
They're not that
was
much
my
older
mother.
than each other. How could that be a little girl?
He said she was a little girl.
All right.
They were older. They were older than us. My aunt, who's older than my sister, said, my mother said, you guys would have known my sister.
Yes,
and they
we're
remembered
Italian.
her sister, who was older than my mother. My mother's sister, my aunt, was older.
You're like 4 years older.
But so they
no.
lived in the same. What?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have cheese?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
Danette had a slight disaster area.
I'm eating so slow, I can't keep up. I had a slight disaster area? What do you mean?
That's ow, that's hot.
Man, you need more to drink. You're going to tell him? You need
I'm
water.
going to tell him I want a Coke.
Okay. And he'd like a
Can I
Coke.
get a Coke? Diet Coke.
Thank you. Diet Coke.
Oh, did you see the chicken parm? It's nice.
All right, so wait a minute. What are you up to now? Am I missing anything? Her twin sister was a twin. Yes, that's right.
Her twin sister.
You lost me at the bakery? I'm so behind.
My
I'm sorry,
mother-in-law's
guys.
twin sister had a twin sister.
Now, hi, Robert. Welcome.
Robert.
Always great to see you, Robert, and everyone here. I just love you guys. But anyway, Monarch Nerds version. Treat. All right, so what was I saying? Oh, It's a Wonderful World. We're in Queens right now.
It is a wonderful world.
I love that name. We met in the Bronx, in the A&P. We worked in the A&P together, eventually got married, and we live in the Queens now. So that's where we are right now. A lot of our YouTube members here, not members,
Seem to be from the Bronx, from Manhattan.
YouTube people, audience, are from the Bronx, from
Oh,
Manhattan.
yeah.
Oh my God. Why didn't you show them what you did? Did you take the lid off?
I took the lid off the
Dude,
cheese.
does anybody else do this?
I took
Only
the lid
Italians
off
would
the
do
cheese,
That. He took
and
the
it had
lid
a
off to get
slight
more
accident
cheese. Look
there.
at this. Look at that cheese. Look at that.
The lump of
You see what I
cheese.
mean? You see what I mean? You can't take them anywhere. Look at that cheese.
The
Look
lump
at that.
of cheese.
Oh my
I
God!
got the
Don't let
lump
him
of
see
cheese
it.
on
Don't
top
let
of
him see
there.
it. It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. It's very embarrassing.
Right, Robin, Bronx girl. Anyway,
Now that I have
Hi,
enough
Joseph.
cheese in my
Hi, Joseph
pasta.
Taylor.
Joseph Taylor, how you doing?
just found out Liv is on vacation until the 16th. I don't know what that. The what?
Who's on vacation
Condensed.
until the 16th?
I don't know what he's saying. Front out, little bit. Okay, well, tell me later. You always take the lid off, Raven? Tell me later, Joseph. I don't know what you're talking about.
Raven, you take the lid off too?
I'll say it again. All right, tell them.
All right, now I gotta get to the. All right, I'm gonna go closer.
We may be all over the place. We may go back and forth. That doesn't look like fettuccine. Are you eating mine? I think he made them both linguine.
They both gave them both linguine, but I don't give a hoot.
Okay, go ahead. Tell what happened today.
It's all working out in the end, right? People in front of us are looking behind themselves like, what's going on back there?
They'll get over it.
Anyway, so what happened today was, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened today. Wake up in the morning, as simple as this. There's a tiny drip out of the bottom of the sink in the bathroom. The pipe is dripping.
Now I get Joseph.
Like
Thank
this
you.
much. It's dripping like almost just like
Thanks
sweat.
for telling us.
Like this, almost like sweat off the glass. Just like that much, that little bit of water. So I say to Danette, and I say, maybe I should call them right now. It's the morning. I should call them right now. They'll come. I hadn't even
The worst
taken
thing
a
we
shower
ever did.
yet. I haven't even taken a shower yet. So
All right, it's boring already.
the guy comes up, maintenance guy comes up to our
No, you
apartment.
didn't tell them that. That's where we keep the cat litter.
Oh, that's where we keep the cat litter. The cat litter is in the bathroom, underneath the bathroom sink. And you could see that there was a little drop of water because it was congealing in the cat litter. The little
Congealing.
drop of water. It was clumping. Now, this had happened before. A guy in the past had come
Hi, Reggie.
and fixed.
Regia. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Yeah, I don't want to say it
Hi,
wrong.
Regia Morelli.
Regia Morelli. Thank you. My family comes from East Harlem too. My father went to Benjamin. Get out.
Get out of here.
Get out.
How does everybody seem to come from the same neighborhoods?
You may know Katie Fernandez. She's from East Harlem too.
If Katie Fernandez is in there, that might be someone you know.
Anyway, hold on. We went to Arthur and Sons, and Arthur and Sons, the
chef
the
and
chef,
owner.
his father's from East New York. East New York. What am I saying? From 114th Street and Pleasant Avenue, and that's where my father's from, and my aunt is from. Hopefully,
And he
my
grew
aunt
up
will
in
show up
Belmont.
at some point here today. That's where she grew up.
Yes.
Go ahead, Aunt.
Anyway, so
Well, the reason why it
past-
fell is because it's cold.
in the past it had happened before, this little drip, and a guy had come and he had just tightened the screws and tightened the pipes, and it stopped dripping. So
That's
a
right.
different person came today.
That's right, Katie.
Different person comes. Ron TV Metro, welcome aboard.
Hi, Ron.
Thanks for coming in, Ron.
Thank
I know
you, Ron.
you have a
If you
premiere.
can't stay, it's okay.
If you
we
can't
know.
stay, that's okay. I understand. So this time, a different guy shows up, a different maintenance man, and he
Hi,
gives
Triple
me
G.
the Triple G. How you doing? Yes, thank you.
Can he have a glass with ice?
Yes.
Thank you.
So a different fella shows up, and he starts taking the stuff apart. I moved the cat litter out. He's taking the stuff apart. He's taking it, and then he's taking a whole lot of things apart. And finally, he's going like, looks like your nipple is bad. Whatever a nipple is, in it, looks like you got a bad nipple
Why
there.
would you say that?
That's
I
what he
know
called
it's
it.
the truth, but why would you say, Anthony? Did you ever hear of an inside voice? Jesus.
You've got a bad nipple. He's trying to unscrew this pipe that's in the wall. He can't do it. He has to get another guy. Another guy comes in.
Delicious.
And they can't do it. They can't do it. They can't get the thing open.
You're the best. Thank you.
They can't get the pipe out of the wall.
And
the
then-
pipe is
Go ahead.
rock solid in there.
Now, meanwhile, remember, it's an old building, and we have the tiles.
Except it wasn't a small length of pipe, unfortunately.
I know.
We have the tiles in
We
the
have the
wall.
tiles that you
and
can't take
he
out. You
said,
know, they're the
"It's
old
really
tiles from
long."
the 50s.
And the guy, finally, the expert shows up, and the expert
Yeah, the
goes,
expert.
that the nipple, that pipe, he says, this is really longer than it's supposed to be. It's very long. Why is it so long? And he can't get it out. He can't unscrew it. They like got the saw. They got the saw. They're sawing through it. They're smashing at it with hammers. Boom, boom, boom. Danette's in the other room
Randy.
working. What did Randy say?
Hi, Patricia. Oh my God. HC is laughing at you, Anthony.
What did Randy
You should
say?
see my belly button.
You should see the belly button. So they're pounding on it. It's hammering.
Right,
The guy's
Robert?
got saws. He's sending the other guy downstairs for more power packs for the saw.
What's
'Cause
the power pack? Oh, the electricity?
power pack for the saw because it's running out of things. He went through 4 blades for the saw and he's sawing through it. Finally he says, we're going to have to knock out the wall. They're knocking out the wall. Water's splashing everywhere. They're smashing through the wall.
You guys are
There's
killing me in the
concrete
chat.
on the floor.
Reverend Jenny, hey!
Reverend Jenny, how you doing?
Reverend, send us a message on our email, okay? Just send us a message. I want to message back to you. Go ahead.
The place is destroyed. Finally, he managed to get it out.
We started our YouTube channel. This is real. That's another good question. Damn, they're smart. We started our YouTube channel. I started the channel in 2017. Hard to believe. I did about 4 videos. That's it. Then we stopped. I stopped. Was it 2017? I believe so. So then, look. Can't take
Like
them
to-
anywhere. Look at this. What is that? What is that? What is that? Anyway, so then dirt on the shirt.
That's right.
So then anyway, we started again about a year ago. I did a few videos. The first video we did that was like an actual video of food was, Classy, can you put our email? She's on the case. Thank you. And thank you, HC Teacher. You guys are the best. Really the best.
You guys are the best. Moderators, the best in the business.
Anyway.
The best and the kindest. And the nicest.
What was I saying? Oh, the first place we went to was Papaya King. It was a very small video. And yeah, you can get rid of that. Thank you very much. Anyway, what was I saying? Anthony is the coolest. All right, so go ahead. You want to keep telling your story?
It was almost over. Essentially, by
Not
the end of
really.
the day, it was like the floor's covered in dirt. The floor's covered in rocks.
Thank
and
you, Ron,
friggin'
TV Metro.
Pieces of metal and
What about-
sludge.
No.
These guys are stepping in
Sludge
the tub.
isn't the
They're stepping in
beginning
the
of
tub.
it.
First of all, they couldn't get the pipe to unscrew it first. That's why they had to chisel it and
With a
hammer it and
huge
saw it.
wrench
They
that
came in
wouldn't
with a
go.
monkey wrench as long as this table. So the table was sitting there. They came
Thanks,
in with a
Classy.
monkey wrench as long as the table. And then it wasn't long enough.
Then they had a small one that didn't fit.
Then they
right?
had a small one that didn't fit. They're standing on a toilet bowl. They're like trying to get leverage.
Thank you, Classy. Thank you, HC. You guys, I love you. Thank you, Ron TV.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, so then, now Munchkin's hiding. She can't go to the bathroom. She's hiding under the bed. This is my concern. I don't care about nothing else except for the cat. So, what was that look?
Nothing
look?
else. She cares about nothing else with the
At
cat.
this moment.
My sweetheart. Cat's number 1.
I just want to let you know, this is our side, listen, this is our side plate. It comes with the main thing. It's al dente. It's delicious. It's so good. I make you hungry? All right, anyway. So eventually they left, but they didn't finish it. There's a hole in the pipe. He explained that the pipe is far into the wall, but when he takes it out, I was like, how are you going to get it in there without going on? He said it's a screw, and he screwed it in. He put the nipple back on.
I put a new nipple on. There's a new nipple, a new elbow, a new trap.
You just want to say that. You were glad that he said that, didn't you? Just so you could say it.
Yes, there's new nipples.
All right, so anyway, then...
It's going to be loose. It will
It's
be.
not the toilet, though. It's the sink. It's actually the sink. So then they have to come back. They have to come back to fix the tiles, fix that. Then they
by the way,
yeah.
you know that thing on your wall? They have that fixture on the wall where you're supposed to put in the olden days. You're
It's
like
old.
your toothbrushes and everything. It's like a fixture to the wall, and it just sits there. You just put stuff on it. Well, they snapped that off of the wall by accident, so that went to the floor. It was just a shit show. And then they said,
no,
so they
classy.
told
I didn't show
me.
it yet. It's sitting right there. You didn't miss it. I mean, treating, not classy. I'm sorry.
So they told me, just remember, tell them, call the office.
They
call
did,
the
man. You're
housing
right. How
office.
you doing? Welcome. Good.
Call the office when we leave, 'cause we got to come back and clean up. The guy came up and cleaned up. Wasn't that great a job, I'll tell you that much. I still had to clean after he left. But he did some cleaning. There you go. Came up and cleaned up. He put like a plastic wrap over the thing so the hole is temporarily closed.
Yeah, but I'm concerned.
But we have to
because-
have guys come in to like fill that in and replace the tiles. So he said, call the office, make an appointment, have them do the tiles. Just tell them how many tiles you need, that you need a new toothbrush thing. Tell them
Oops.
there's no charge. No
fell
charge
on
for
the
the
napkin.
toothbrush thing.
Good.
And so I called them. So I called the office, and they were giving. They told me, "Oh, we can't do it this day. We can't do it that day. We'll do it Friday." She didn't say what Friday. She said, "We'll do it Friday." I figured,
Munchkin was
this
not
Friday.
happy. Right, Robin?
I figured this Friday. So then they call back and they say, "You didn't think that we meant this Friday, did you? We mean next Friday." Next Friday, we're not going to be there. We can't be. We're on our way somewhere. We might be taking you guys, by the way. So
Hi,
that was
Adriana.
when
Hi, Lila.
Adriana, Lila, welcome aboard. That was when I had the thing on speakerphone, and when Danette heard that, that's when Danette came in and put the hammer down. Go. Did you put the hammer down? Come on, be honest.
Yes, I did.
Danette came in and the hammer
Because
came
I
down.
about had it. I couldn't do it no more. I couldn't do it.
She had it.
Are we really going to tell this story? Can I just tell it really quick?
Do the fast version because it's not that
All
interesting.
right, so you call the office.
It
It's the
just goes
person
to
who makes
show
the...
Danette ain't taking no shit.
Well, you call the office to make the appointment, and the girl who answers the phone just makes the appointment. No big deal, right? Except, first she has him on hold for like 10 minutes. And like, Anthony's so nice. He just sits there on hold. Anthony, hang up, call back. What are you waiting on 10 minutes? There's nobody in the office, there's nobody there. You forgot about that part, or you remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so then so he calls back, and every time he's opening his mouth, it's like, she's
Just keeps
talking right over
interrupting
him,
me.
interrupting him, talking over him. I'll tell you if you let me finish, and like, I just can't. So like, whatever, maybe she's in the middle of something, maybe she's busy, whatever.
She wouldn't let me tell her what my name was.
I
She
didn't
kept,
say
like,
anything.
saying,
I didn't do
ask
anything.
you for that information yet.
Oh, that's just rude. Well, anyway, she says to him, what about, so when can you come? What about Wednesday? No, we have nothing Wednesday. What about Friday? All right, come Friday. We're home Friday. Go Bully, get him 2 cups of coffee. Anyway, so we say yes.
Okay.
He says yes to Friday. I'm just hearing this in the background while I'm doing something. Yeah, bad customer service, exactly. Hello, everyone. If I missed you, I'm sorry. We'll look back later, but let me just get through the story. So he hangs up with her, right? A call comes back. She's calling back now. Now he has her on speakerphone, and I could hear everything she's saying, and I was like, that's it. Give me that phone. Like, I don't even, just give me that phone.
Danette was ready to roll.
Okay, because what she did was still talking over him. She says that, oh no, it's not this Friday, it's next Friday. Well, we can't do it next Friday. So I said, then she goes, I told you when I put you on hold that I was booked for this week and it would have to be next week, but oh no, and I'm proof because I heard the whole conversation. She never said that.
Actually, she said it more like this. She said, you do understand that if I book this for you and we can't do it, you will simply have to understand that we can't come.
Yeah, but that's not the same as next week. It's Monday. This whole week is, come on.
It's not doable.
All right, I don't want to talk about it.
Wazowski.
Long story short, they're coming on Monday.
Yeah, long story short, somehow, some
You don't
way,
want to know what I told her.
there was a way. She did one of those things where Danette doesn't take the stuff
When
of,
I
like,
lose my patience, that's the problem.
Danette doesn't take Danette doesn't take the story where you go like this, where you tell her something and she doesn't quite believe you. They go like that. You see,
No, that's called
I'm
a
all
lie.
alone
We didn't quite
in
believe
the
you.
office. They go, see, I'm all alone in the office. And then it said, so if I come in the office right now, you're all by yourself. All right, I'm gonna walk over there. You say you're all alone? Nothing.
No, that's not
No
what I
words.
said. I said, I want to speak to your supervisor. I'm here alone.
So if I come in, you're all
And
by
I'm not
yourself.
mean. I'm actually saying to her, why didn't you just tell him that you didn't mean next week, you didn't mean this week, you mean next week? You didn't say that. You just didn't say it. All you have to do is say it. Just communicate. Just say it. That's all. It's an easy mistake. I make mistakes all day long. Anthony drops food on his shirt all day long.
I do. It's just part of my lifestyle.
We're all human, right? So instead,
Awful customer service.
so I go like this, I go, I want to speak to your supervisor. She goes, no one's here, just me. I said, okay, so if I walk in, I know that's a lie. So I say, so if I walk there right now, it's not far, it's like down the block. I said, if I walk there right now, will you be the only one in the office? It sounds mean, I know, but I was so pissed. You don't treat people like that. Especially Anthony, he's so
like
nice.
that.
So I said, no. So she said, yeah, there's nobody here. I said, okay, all right, I'm gonna have to come over then.
I'm gonna have to come over.
And she goes, oh, wait a minute. I see something for Monday.
I see something for Monday. I think Monday will be. Yes, Monday will be all right.
And she hung up and I said, see, Anthony, I have to go there in order to just like, you know?
Then Danette apologizes to me
I feel
for
bad.
being upset.
Thank you. All right. What else?
Apologizes
Are you gonna
to
eat your
me.
food?
Oh, I'm gonna eat my food.
I'm getting full.
Danette has some talking points. What do we want to talk about?
Exactly, Jenny. Exactly. People do lie a lot. Oh, Randy likes your voice. Tell them what you used to do to make me laugh so hard with the switchboard. Do the switchboard.
They're not gonna understand it. I gotta really set it
And then
up.
go ahead, set it up.
It's very simple. For some reason, Danette laughed at this a lot. You want to hear what it is?
No, that wasn't a voice. Anthony's just fooling around, but he is someone that really had that voice. Go ahead. That's what he's doing.
She kind of sounds a little bit
Oh,
like
Adrian is your daughter? I didn't know that. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Lila's daughter.
that. Adrian is Lila's daughter?
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
That's so,
Hi, Alex.
That's
Welcome.
so wonderful. It's nice to have families in the chat.
You love
That's
you-
so wonderful.
I love
now
y'all's
I'm
accent.
now I'm always going to remember that.
I love it. She likes to hear us talk. Fran Drescher's favorite
Riz
restaurant's
Nadal,
right here.
how you doing?
She talked a Queen's accent.
Riz Nadal from Woodstock, New York.
Ooh, hi Liz. Welcome.
Wonderful. Welcome aboard. I did see that you would subscribe to us. Thank you so much. We always appreciate it, and
Thank
we
you so
always
much.
love to have new people in the chat because every person adds to it. Every person that's talking and having fun with us is adding to our fun and the fun of the people that are watching.
Exactly.
Now, as I was saying, Danette, like for some reason, I have no idea, but I've made an entire career.
You have no idea.
I have no idea why, but I've made an entire career out of making Danette laugh hysterically.
Yes,
It's my
so
one
cool.
goal in life.
So cool that your daughter's in here, Lila. Go.
My one goal in life. And the thing that Danette is talking about is one of my many voices. I've been doing voices and voiceover voices and accents for like years, all the years
As long
that
as
I've
I've
known
known
her. And basically, Danette has been hysterical about one thing just right from the very beginning.
Eggplant rollatini.
We do this. I used to work at a place where essentially I had to make a.
Oh, all right.
You've seen us. Who's seen us walk around?
He says he likes to see him. Kuaba Buli. Love seeing you walk around. Go ahead.
I'm like, thank you.
Go
I used to
ahead.
work at a place where I had to call a business. And you know how businesses have like automated systems, but like in the older ones will have like a pre-recorded series of voices, like saying messages like please
still
hold
have
for
that,
the next operator, like that. And then the next person, then somebody else has to put in a name. So I told Danette one day, there's this business that I call, and their automated system basically says if you would like to be, has a one voice that sounds like this. If you would like to be transferred,
Your favorite
please
page?
dial
So
your.
good here.
If you would like to be transferred, please dial your party's extension now.
That's the recording.
And that's the
though, right?
recorded voice. But it's a very pleasant voice, but it's someone else's voice. It's a woman talking like this, a woman speaking like this. She said, if you would like your call to be transferred to your party right now, please enter their extension right now. And so then I type in the extension. And then the same woman goes, you are now being transferred to...
Wait,
and then
don't
this.
say that. So let me hold on. So when you get to that part, it's like you guys might know this. If you worked anywhere where you had to leave or even at home, if you're leaving your own message, like they go, like when the recorded message says something like, "We're not home right now. Please leave a message for," and then you go, "Rachel," but you're the one saying the Rachel or Jeffrey or whatever, right?
Yes.
And then it goes,
Please leave a message for
Danette.
That would be Danette.
And then you
saying
hear the
that.
person's injected voice, right? Now here's the injected voice. Okay, now say it again.
Here's the
What is it?
injected. You are now being transferred to switchboard. For some reason, I didn't find this funny at first until I told Danette about it. You are now being transferred to switchboard. I told Danette I could almost see the cigarette hanging out of the woman's mouth. I knew she looked like, I don't know who she is, but I knew she looked a lot like this. Imagine this is a half-burned switchboard, a half-burned cigarette. You're now being transferred to switchboard. You know the kind of person, you know that woman that when you were a kid, you were growing up and your mother was maybe you don't know this, but where I grew up, my mother had a lot of friends who were the kind of people who would go like this. You know how some people go like this? They would smoke a cigarette and then blow it off to the side to keep it from blowing in your face. My mother's, her friends were more like this. So, Anthony's right in front of you. They blow, Anthony, smoke right in your face. That's who I
You're gonna make me
was.
choke.
My mother's friends were all those women. The women who would blow the smoke right in your
Like
face.
Lily Classy. He used to do that in the middle of somewhere, like I didn't expect it, and I'd be bursting out, dying, laughing. Embarrassed the crap out of me. One time we were in a meeting somewhere, I swear to God, I was like this. And the woman was looking right at me. It was like a seminar or some shit, I don't know. And I was like this. Like this.
She would make the mistake of like asking me
Like just
something.
now, I put some food in my mouth and you almost made me choke. Oh my God. Switchboard. I don't know how to do it. I can't do it. Do it again. Randy says he's going to have Anthony sing that
Switchboard.
in my dreams tonight. Hi, Renee Marino. How you doing?
Renee, how you
Oh
doing?
my gosh. Oh, Anthony.
You are now being transferred to Switchboard.
So it's a woman's
And then
real
when
voice.
Switchboard got
It
off
was
the
a real
phone,
woman's voice.
then another woman would answer the phone who was on the switchboard. It would be another woman who would sound like this. Hi, how you doing? Hi. Are you Anthony? Oh, are you Anthony from fill in the blank where I worked? You Anthony from there? Oh, yes. I'm so glad you called, Anthony, because we have a lot to do. And I was like,
So that was her?
so who's the person who says
You
switchboard?
never heard her before? You never talked to her before?
No, I never talked to the switchboard lady. So basically, you had two voices to get you to a whole other
Regorda.
person.
Delicious. That's crazy, Anthony. That's really crazy.
Now,
God, why does it always happen? Wasn't there something else?
why did I
that
drop on my shirt?
happened? Oh, Ant.
But it didn't do any damage.
Let me try yours. Oh, that tastes good today. Want to try some of mine? I had
Yes.
very little of it. I had 2 pieces.
That's all right.
Okay, we're eating. Oh God, don't spill it on me. Don't spill it on me.
It's not
It's
looking
gonna break.
good, guys.
It's gonna spill.
It's not looking good.
I am eating eggplant rollatini. It got a little cold because it was sitting here. So let me just show you.
Who's there? Who's asking?
That's what I'm eating. It's eggplant rolled up with ricotta, and on the top is mozzarella and tomato sauce. And Anthony's having chicken cutlet
That's
parm.
tasty.
Which the chicken cutlet parm is pretty thick there today.
Yeah. I don't mind it being a little thick. I know the classic is that it's thin, but I don't mind it being thick.
No, the thin thing is my family.
I mean, I
Not
got
every
nothing
family
against.
likes that.
I got nothing against the pounding of it being thin.
Here it is. Look, here's the rolled up eggplant. And there's the ricotta.
Danette loves her ricotta cheese.
I love ricotta. Salute. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that was a very loud clink.
You want some, Ange? You love eggplant, Liz?
Kyle, one of your favorites?
Hi, Kyle. Eggplant's so delicious.
I hope you don't mind. I'm sorry if we missed some people.
I know,
You know,
with Anthony's
our eyes are
jokes.
very bad. I'm making Danette laugh. The script on the both phones is extremely small. Hi, May.
Let me tell
Welcome
you
aboard,
something.
May Ace.
She's been here, you ding-a-ling.
I don't know.
That's what
I
you
don't
just
see
said.
everybody. That's why we rewatch this stuff generally. We rewatch it because, like, I don't like to miss anybody. Sometimes I almost feel like contacting people and saying later on, you know that thing you said at, like, say 1 hour and 42 minutes? That was really funny.
What? 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 Rewind? What did you just say?
I said I miss a lot of things in the chat. So sometimes after I watch it, I almost feel like contacting them
I know, I
people
feel the
and
same
saying
way.
and saying like, you know that thing that you said, fill in the blank, at 1:42 of the last video we did. That was real funny.
You thought of us when you went to Rayo's in LA the other night. It was phenomenal. Yeah, I remember you sent the message. How was it? Is it as good? How's the meatballs? Anthony makes the meatballs from the recipe from the book. Tell us how it was. Hi, Dave,
Kyle,
Jeffrey.
yeah. Give me
Thank you,
the
Dave.
full
Hey,
the
by the
full
way,
thing.
by the way.
Because you know I'm never gonna rest. I gotta start.
Anthony's on a mission. Listen, just to get back and piggyback what you just said. Last night we watched our Queens Night Market video. I feel like we missed so much. And I like want to answer everybody. I want to answer everything, like everything you said. And it's like, it stinks because you can't go back, you know?
Danette wants to go back in time.
That's true.
And answer like questions and things that she hears
Hey, I have a question
in the
for
chat.
you. What was that? Did anybody ever hear, Ange, did you ever hear of pickleball?
Oh, here's a question. Yeah, that's a question.
And this old age of mine, or this middle age of mine, or whatever you want to call it.
Is anybody
never
aware
heard
of
of
a
that
sport called pickleball? Because we've been told that it's the sport for everyone.
I was like, it has a pickle? I'm in!
Now I want to see.
We looked it up. Anthony looked it
Anybody
up.
knows
I was like,
what it
ooh,
is.
that's cool. Hi, Chopsko. Salute. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy anyone who's eating dinner.
Anyone who's eating dinner? Come on now. Anybody
You
ever
have?
played
You heard? I knew
pickleball?
Ange would have heard of it.
Pickleball? Have you ever played pickleball? Because
Exactly,
it looks like
Adriana.
fun.
That's exactly what happened to me. That word switchboard will never have the same meaning again. Never.
Every time you hear the
Nothing to do with
phrase,
pickles.
every time you hear this phrase switchboard, just think of a lady with a long cigarette hanging out of the corner.
I think of a lady with the long cigarette and
like cat's eye
like
glasses,
the glasses like this
like
with
all
the
the way
string,
down to the end of
which,
her nose.
by the way, is great because you don't lose your glasses. But she's probably great at a job. She probably does the job excellent. She probably answers every phone call that comes in, transfers them wherever they need to be.
I bet you that she still has one of those that this is a person who still works at a switchboard that has those wires where you plugs in like a movie from the 1940s.
Oh, like the lady in Beetlejuice. Oh, so it's a Midwestern thing, they think. Oh, I didn't know that, HC. Really, Ange? Cornhole we know, but I never heard of that before.
Well,
When I went to college, I thought they had every sport available. I don't ever remember that.
well, the pool club that we have a membership
Oh,
in.
Sebastian Manis. So Triple G says the only thing I know about pickleball is that Sebastian Maniscalco has mentioned it in his videos, and he plays it with his wife. Really? I love him.
This
He
is the
makes me
name of
laugh
it.
so hard. You know, his comedy, that guy is a comedian. The things he says are no jokes. That is, I swear to God, if
The
you
jokes
grow
he
up
makes are no
Italian,
joke.
like I did, that one that he talks about the Italian food lunch that you bring to school, I swear to God, we're laughing. I'm like, Anthony, that's the truth. Excuse me, that's the truth. That's the truth. I didn't have peanut butter and jelly. I didn't have white bread. I had Italian bread with friggin' meatballs in it. And it's cold. So true.
Dana tells me like that's not really a
So
joke.
true.
That thing of no, everyone around me, they're all like
We're in Queens, Joseph,
taking
not
out
far from
bologna
home.
sandwiches on white bread.
Yeah.
And I'm taking out a big meatball hero. Why am I eating this?
Church's plate?
Church's plate? Well, this is what happened.
Yeah, we're good, thank you.
We're good. This is what happened. That the guys that we're members at a pool club, and we got a message from them alerting the members that it's pickleball season. And remember, pickleball is a sport for everyone. And I was like, what the hell is pickleball? And it says does it involve pickles? Is it a pickle-shaped racket?
Hi, Katerina Falcone. What's for dinner? Anthony had chicken cutlet palm.
Yes, chicken cutlet palm for me. Eggplant rollatini for Danette. We both had linguine in Alfredo sauce. And
A side
two
salad.
small side salads to start with blue cheese dressing.
It looks like fun, actually. Here's my
I gotta
Eggplant
say, the
rollatini.
pickleball looks like fun.
It does.
It
almost looks like tennis,
it's like
but up
shrunken
close.
tennis, or like if you played ping pong but on a court instead of on a table.
You're right, Classy. You know, it is the old way of talking about things is like, sorry, ma'am. But you don't know what the person looks like on the other side. And just you might have a deep voice or a high voice. Like on Seinfeld. What was that guy's name?
Which guy?
He had a high-pitched voice, remember?
Oh, the high talker.
The high talker.
The high talker.
What, it was a gentleman.
What are you talking about? It was a high talker, but sometimes you run into a low talker.
Do your best Yoda, please. Do you do Yoda?
Can I do a Yoda? Yeah, I can do a Yoda.
Already, Ron? You're back? Great. Thank you.
High talker we speak of.
George. Hi, George.
Some of us be, some of us low talkers be, and then cannot
Pickle me, Elmo.
pickle me Elmo. Somehow that sounds very dirty.
Were we talking about something else and we got off course? Because I already forgot.
Oh, I don't remember what it was. I think we were pickleball. We mentioned pickleball. Does anybody know anything about pickleball? I did a Yoda. That was
Oh, the
a
puffy
Yoda.
shirt.
But I don't want to be a pirate.
Let's go back to talking about your mom. So when I first started dating,
Are you going to tell the story about the pole? And I don't mean the Festivus pole.
that wasn't when
or
we
any
first started
other
dating. That
poles.
was like years after we were dating. You want me to mention that? You want me to mention how creepy it was and scary it was?
What was creepy and scary about it?
Anthony and I, let me just tell you this.
When we started dating,
See, Adriana, neither did I. But it's cool looking. I actually would like to try it.
it looks interesting.
Hi,
actually.
Alicia.
It looks like tennis for people that don't really want to run around
Yeah,
that
there's
much.
less running. But you have to be quick. You have to be quick. Anyway, Anthony and I used to buy each other stuffed dolls when we were younger. Like a lot.
When we started dating, I bought the net. You know, at one time, when we first started dating, there was Wednesday afternoons.
My room was
Wednesday
filled.
afternoon was stuffed animal day. I would come and meet Danette. I would come and see her at work, and I would always bring her a stuffed animal and like a card. Like I gave her a card just to say I love you. I know it sounds like
Aw.
I'm blowing my own horn. I would do that once a week. You know, it's like obviously I latched on and I kept her for myself, and it worked. But I gave her like stuffed animals every week. So
Who
she
said I
had a
love you
lot
first?
of-
Who said I love you
Who
first?
said I love you first? I think it was me. Was me.
Yep.
That was a while ago, so forgive me if I was hesitant, but I knew I had a 50-50
Hi,
chance
Breezy.
of
Welcome.
being
Always
right.
great to see you. Hi, Breezy.
Oops, sorry. Did I
That's
knock
okay,
the
go
hell
ahead.
out of you guys? The microphone? All right,
Go ahead.
it's still on. So
we had a lot of
gave,
stuffed
I gave
dolls.
Danette a lot of stuffed dolls. What did George show? What did George say? Show off my hockey mask. Did Anthony show up with a hockey mask on your first date? No, not quite.
We worked
Not
together.
quite.
I know what you look like.
We worked together. She knew what I looked like, which is a good thing when you're going on a first date.
Well, anyway, so
I knew Danette was cute. She knew I was
Anthony,
super cute.
I know you bought me a lot of stuffed animals, but this didn't happen at my house. It happened at your house.
I know. So Danette reciprocated. She bought me a lot of stuffed animals. But like one of the things, now I have to like premise this by pointing out that like one of the things that you may not know about me because Obviously, you
Absolutely
didn't
not,
know me
Alicia.
then.
Anybody could say it anytime. It doesn't matter.
Obviously, you didn't know me then. So one of the things to know about me was that know about my mother,
I
if
was
you
just
did
shy.
know my mother,
Very shy.
was that she's a tad OCD, like obsessive compulsive.
Yeah.
We didn't even think of that until much later, but like in hindsight, it was kind of obvious. So my mother did not like the fact that I had so many stuffed animals
drove
around
her
my
crazy.
room.
It
So
drove
I
her
did not arrange them
crazy.
or anything. But Danette handed me a stuffy.
They were on your dresser. They were
Danette
across your
handed me a
dresser.
stuffy. I squeezed it. I said, "Thank you so much. You're adorable, Danette. You're the best girlfriend in the world." And then I either put it on my bed or I put it on my dresser,
Oh, thanks,
or on
Breezy.
my chest of drawers, because I
guys are
had
really
a
the
chest of
best.
drawers made out of cardboard. That's another thing. I don't know if you guys remember. They used to sell these things for
There's
you to
that
put your
too. I
clothing
wouldn't have said
in,
it first
like
anyway, but I was shy. Go
like
ahead.
like made out of cardboard for you to put stuff in. It looks like a dresser drawer, dresser drawers, and it was like 2 drawers, and it was like you folded it up. It was like made out of cardboard. It was like
Yeah,
ridiculous.
you used to buy them back then, like in
And so, like,
Woolworths.
I had like a dresser
$10.
drawer in my room made out of cardboard. I had a real dresser, and there were stuffed animals all over
They
it.
were all over the place.
One day, I went to work.
Remember that, May? Go ahead.
One day, I was at work, and I came home from work, and I went in my bedroom, and I was like, wait a minute, something looks different. Where'd all my stuffed animals go? Turning around towards my tiny little cardboard dresser in the corner of the room, I saw hundreds of stuffed animals hanging by the neck until dead from a pole which my mother had covered in wrapping paper. Multicolored wrapping paper. She decorated a pole. I was like, is this made out of cardboard, this pole? Where the bleep did she get a bleeping pole of cardboard from? And then I realized, oh no, wait a minute. It's PVC that she wrapped in wrapping paper. Double where that bleep did she get a mother bleeping PVC pipe 8 feet tall to put in my bedroom. It was God, my hand to God, it was at least 9 feet tall. It was 9 feet tall. It went all the way up to the ceiling. From the
Hi,
floor to the
Brittany.
ceiling,
Hi,
she had
Brittany.
tacks in it, screws. She had made holes with a screwdriver with nails and screws, and then she
Jenny,
hung by
it was
strings.
crazy.
All these dolls, they're hanging by the neck.
And it was disgusting. Listen, hold on. This
They're
is his version.
swinging.
My version is I go into his room. I
said,
literally
"Danette,
stopped in my
something
tracks.
happened."
I'm like, what the hell?
I said, Danette, something
and
happened
now
in my
you can't
bedroom.
be disrespectful, so she wants to show it off to me. Look what I did, Danette.
Look what I did.
Look what
Look
I did.
how
Every stuffed
amazingly.
doll is hanging from its head.
And
I'm like-
Danette, look how
I'm like
creative I
so
am.
upset and disappointed because I'm like, all those nice stuffed dolls, they look awful. I mean, it was awful. Awful. And then we figured out she must have been watching, I don't know, at that time it wasn't The View, but some kind of show called The View. And
It was probably
arts
Martha
and crafts,
Stewart.
Martha
Probably
Stewart.
Martha Stewart or This
Damn,
Old
Martha
House.
Stewart. And they came up with this thing where you can, for the kids' room,
Maybe
like-
it was Victory Garden on PBS.
And then she went and did it. It was beyond OCD. You're absolutely right, Robin. Beyond.
Never mess with Mom. She did not like
George
stuffed
says,
animals.
you're lucky you did this to stuffed animals, not Anthony.
I said, my mother hung all my stuffed animals by the neck until dead.
It was terrible, HC. It was terrible. It was terrible. And one day she took them off and put them in the machine.
One
It was
day
a
she
twist.
took them off.
It wasn't
There
Magic
was a
Garden.
twist.
No, it's a
It wasn't
twisted
the
Magic Garden.
Twisted Garden.
Oh my
One day
God.
she took them all off. I came home and they
It
were all
does,
gone.
Triple
and she
G. It
said,
sounds like a Silence on the
I
Lambs
washed
thing.
them in the washing
It was
machine.
so. She washed them in the washing machine. And if you ever do that and you don't do it right and you don't like put it in the dryer, You guys didn't have a dryer. That's right.
We didn't have a dryer.
So the
She
dolls all
hung
were
them back up
natted and,
dripping.
like,
She
it
hung them
looked
back up on the pole
terrible.
dripping. They dried on the pole.
So where
There
did
was
she
a
get a
puddle under the
PVC
pole.
pipe? Where did she put
9
how'd she
feet
get the
long.
holes in there to put it in?
She
How did she
drilled
do
holes
this?
with
This is
her
what she
bare
spent
fingers.
one long day doing because she was probably staring. She's like staring at those stuffed dolls, thinking, "What am I gonna do with them? I hate
This was
them."
my mother. You want me to give an impression of my mother?
Yeah, this is gonna
Let me
make
give
you
an
die.
impression of my mother. This was what I remember. May she rest in peace. This is my mom. This is what she looked like all the time, 24 hours a day.
Her mouth went down. See when you smile, it goes up. Hers went down.
She never blinked. She didn't blink a lot.
Exactly. They dry. They get stiff when they dry.
They dry like this.
And by the way, I used to love Magic Garden, just to say it.
She used to like the
See ya.
She
Hope
liked
you
the
had
chuckles.
a good time. Da-dum. Hope you had a good morning to ya. Hope I get to see ya again.
See ya.
See ya. That's the ending. Maybe she needed a job. Yeah, she needed to mind her own business and leave your stuffed animals alone. Oh, Jersey Mike's is good. Number 7. Haven't had it in a while.
My mother had, and my mother's famous job was, I know I got a lot of Bronxites in here. My mother worked in Jack's restaurant.
That's right,
as
on
a
the
waitress
square.
for a million years on Westchester Square in the Bronx. I know this is highly filled with New Yorkers and Bronxites, this chat.
They know that place.
All right, now
also,
I will
she
wait.
worked in, hold on, and then she also worked in that other restaurant
Oh, which one?
on Tremont Avenue.
Scotty's?
Scotty's.
She worked for Scotty's.
That's
Does
another
anybody remember
coincidence.
Scott?
When I was in
Yes.
school, when I was in school, I organized a party for one of the teachers that was having a baby, and when I was in grammar school, and his mother worked in the restaurant. Probably met her, probably made all the arrangements.
She had like a
Jenny
she had an apron
remembers.
with pockets.
Getting number 7, yeah, baby. Thank you, Oprah.
Westchester Square. You remember
Thank
that
you.
place, Reverend Jenny? Westchester Square, Jack.
They had good turkey and
Good turkey.
stuff like that.
The soup. It was the 24-hour diner. My mother always worked the overnight shift.
Thank you, HC. She did the overnight shift all that time? The whole time?
For years and
Oh,
years.
I didn't know that. I know you lived in the Bronx, but for 20 years, where? What part of the Bronx? Was it Pelham Bay? Was it Frog's Neck?
The Bronx, the beautiful borough, as it's called in the books.
See, I grew up in Throgs Neck area, closer to the bridge when I was growing up, and then we moved to borderline. It was still Throgs Neck, but it was borderline Throgs Neck, Pelham Bay, when I was in the 2nd grade, and Anthony was in Pelham Bay. That's where he was, only a couple blocks away, borderline.
What school?
Oh, Howard Johnson's, yeah, that's right. Howard Johnson's down Bruckner Boulevard.
Howard
I didn't live
Johnson's
far
on
from
Bruckner
there. That's where I
Boulevard?
lived.
Howard Johnson's was on the, well, it was on that.
Yeah, we're in Queens
In
now. We're talking about the
between
Bronx,
area.
but we're in Queens now.
Howard Johnson's was near where the
40
Whitestone
years
Theater
you lived in the
was.
Lower East Side, really?
Who lived on the Lower East Side, bud?
You lived on Lafayette Avenue? Are you kidding me?
Who lived on Lafayette? You lived on Lafayette,
I had
Reverend
friends.
Jenny?
I had friends that lived on Lafayette. Oh my God. Oh my God.
When we first got married, we lived on the Throgs Neck Expressway.
The actual expressway, yeah.
Throgs Neck-
Across
we
from,
lived on the highway.
lived right off the highway. That's our first apartment, actually. And
If you
it
could
was
call
across,
it that.
It was across.
It's more like a boiler
Hold
room
on.
with a bed in it.
We could talk about that for years. But anyway, we lived across the highway from, across the highway from the, what is it called? What was that catering hall?
It became the Villa Barone Manor.
But it used to be
But it used to
called
be Tardy's.
Tardy's, that's right. We lived across from there. High in a Angela. There's Angela G, my aunt, who
Angela
lived
G,
on Pleasant
a
Avenue and
lovely
114th Street growing up. Hi guys, us and your
lived on
parents went to
114th
Jack's on the
Street.
Square every Saturday night after the movies. Loved it. Ever since, oh my God, my aunt is the best. Aunt Angela tells me all these little tidbits that I like don't know about. I just love it. Thank you.
Back in the day, Jack's was the shit. That was the diner everyone
We are
went
in
to.
Queens in our local pizzeria. We were going to go to the Greasy Nick's, but the owner had to leave early. Something came up, so we'll go in another week or so. And instead, we came to our local pizzeria and had some Italian food. I had eggplant parmesan. Anthony had chicken.
Eggplant rollatini.
Eggplant rollatini, which is
Chicken
kind of
parm,
like a parmesan. There's
chicken
cheese on
parm,
it.
and then we had
You hung
linguine
out on
with,
East Tree, Miami. I can't
with
take it.
Alfredo.
I can't take it. How many people in our chat and who watch us, have been in our area? Isn't it amazing?
I know. Let me tell you, I remember, what was it, I said everybody knew Jack's was the
Thanks,
place to
Ron
be,
TV.
right? Jack's was the
That's
place
sweet.
to be in the olden days. I remember when I used to work, I came off the train, I would meet my mother sometimes at the Jack's Diner when she was
Mandy.
working as a waitress. Who's Mandy? Who-
Jenny shopped at Mandy's. Yeah, down Tremont
Shut up,
Avenue,
Mandy.
across from the library. So did my friends. We used to go there all the time.
Her friend
Gee,
lived
we
there.
could have
She had a
actually
friend that lived in the
passed each
joint.
other. Did you ever go shopping in the A&P?
When Reverend Jenny hung out near Roy's
Roy's Toyland, my other aunt lived around the block
Toyland was
from
across
there.
the street from Raven's dad's deli.
Right across the street, that corner deli.
Raven's dad's deli. I remember I was in the diner in Jack's Diner,
All
and
right,
this guy
George,
told
take
me,
care. Thank you.
George,
Thanks for
all
stopping
the
by.
best. Love having you stop by. You're the best. Take
Thanks,
care.
George. Go ahead, buddy.
I remember some guy in the diner, in Jack's Diner, went like this, and he said, back in the olden days, you could travel in, and he did sound like that. Do you know, kid, that you could go anywhere in the world? I mean, any bleeping where in the whole god bleep world. And if I say Jack's Diner, they know where I'm talking about. Bronx, New York, Westchester Square, the center of the world.
Wow. Over by Grand, not far from East River. Yeah, that's nice over there, too. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, Jenny. You didn't work there. You talking about the
worked
one on
there?
Tremont Avenue? You worked at? Yes, Ingledrum's gas station was across the street from Raven's Deli.
I remember
that's
that
right. That
name.
was a long time ago.
The
Before it was
Ingledrum.
the drugstore. Wait a minute. You worked there? She worked there.
Worked at
I
Mandy's?
went there with my friends. We probably seen each other. I probably worked there. While you worked there, I was shopping there. Oh my God. No, I went to school and lived
Mandy.
up in Hell's Kitchen and then McDougal. Oh, I see, HC. I'm sorry. I see. We missed it already. I have to go back and read more of it. Wow, I can't believe you worked there, Jenny. Okay, hello there, watchers. Come in, say hello in chat. That's nice.
How much
So,
H&H
did a
plaid
driving video in the
steaks did you
Bronx
get from the
recently.
AP?
Oh, we did? Really? You are the famous Aunt Angela. And guess what?
She is the famous
Starting
one.
on Thursday is, if Katie's still in here, she knows, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is the feast at
That's right.
100 and whatever street that's on, 116th or something.
Yeah. We're thinking
Mount
of maybe
Carmel.
going down there, maybe.
I don't know
Maybe
yet.
Friday. I don't know.
Depends on my
We gotta figure
schedule.
it out. Depends on the schedule. Depends on
We were
how
gonna go, but I don't know
Danette
now.
feels about it. How we're feeling. How much energy we're like loaded up with.
It is a small world. You're right. Do
That's
you
what I
guys
said.
remember?
That's why I started out by saying.
Do you
it's
remember
unbelievable.
in the square there was that one? You got to remember this. There was this one Chinese takeout across from Jack's on the opposite side, closer to where Tremont Avenue is, not down Williamsbridge Road, but right across from Jack's. On the corner was a Chinese restaurant, and they made authentic Chinese food, not like the takeouts now that are crap. This
was
guy
old
was
school.
from like China.
He was actually from. Actually, I know
Hong
where he's
Kong,
from.
was
He was from Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, right.
And the reason I know that is because when the place closed, we were all like crying. And my mother asked
New
him
York
why he
Metro
was
over, you may
closing.
go? Really? Okay, go ahead. I'm listening in. Go
My
ahead.
mother asked him
Hi,
why he
Kaz,
was closing.
surprise.
Kaz, welcome aboard.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
My mother was like, asked him, why are you closing? And he said,
Yeah, that
I
place
made
was the
enough money
best.
that like I'm going back home to Hong Kong.
Can you believe it? Anyway.
And his intention really was just to come here, open a restaurant, which was very successful in that neighborhood, and then
Old school,
closed and he went back
Lumberville. Of
home.
course we remember Lumberville.
Lumberville?
you
Where would you go
crazy?
and get your lumber
Of
if not at
course.
Lumberville?
That's where everybody went.
Who was that mentioned Lumberville?
Triple G.
Triple G, yes,
And
Lumberville.
do you
Don't
remember?
forget L Jam.
In the square was Woolworths, of course, the original Woolworths. And do you remember? I think I mentioned
yes.
this once before. My ring, Anthony got made in
B. Brown, the place with the
Jewelers,
clock.
big B. Brown Jewelers.
The place with the
So
clock.
yes, I do remember.
Actually, James and Carla said.
Lumberville.
I remember Carla
What did
said.
James and Carla say?
No, when you mentioned B. Brown to them once, and Carla said, with the clock.
Oh, on the outside, she probably she remembers the picture.
The clock, the big tower,
Thank you,
the clock
Adriana.
tower above it.
Yeah, so like wow.
Because Carla's a Bronx girl
I don't know
also.
what Splish Splash is. Have you guys
What's
ever been to
Splish
Splish
Splash?
Splash?
No.
Okay, Katie's confirming with us right now. Thanks, Katie. 114 to 116 Pleasant Avenue, from Rayos to 116 is Guglio lift for kids Saturday, the adult men lift Sunday.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the one on
Oh,
the
it's
Sunday.
right in the neighborhood. It's right between where Aunt Angela lived and where you lived.
Yeah, that's basically the case. It's a small world with people like you get connected. You're getting connected by like the immense power of YouTube and Instagram. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
My friend and I agree that live streams has made the world smaller with people all over the world being connected. Yes. Now let me ask you something, you guys. A lot of you are like in our age range. Do you remember when you went to school and like even in high school, like that's when the computers started coming out, like around the time I graduated. It was around the time computers came out. It was just that like two binary, black and white.
What do you mean, like you had a Commodore 64?
Yeah, like that. Nobody had it. It was in school. They were teaching us,
People
but
were
nobody had
using
computers.
DOS.
Well, I'm in my 30s,
Not
okay,
even.
so you're a baby. You wouldn't understand.
Who's in their 30s?
New York Metro Rover, but that's okay. You can listen anyway.
Yes, you can listen anyway.
So
Believe
anyway-
me, we welcome younger people. I like young people.
Absolutely. We love all people of all ages. Monochromatic screens, yeah. Well, anyway,
Oh my God,
So-
yes. With the blinking cursor.
yes. No computers when I graduated. Yeah, it was like, and some schools didn't get it, some schools did. It was in the 80s, I would say, right? So anyway, and you didn't really learn anything because nobody had it at home. There was nothing you could do with it. It's like it just came out. Well, anyway,
I'm going to tell you that one more time. I'm going to interrupt to tell you this story. I think I've told you before.
I'm gonna forget
And I
my
told
story.
You all the years of me going like this to Danette. Someday we're going
graduated
to
in the
have this, and
70s?
someday
Okay.
we're going to have that.
I graduated in the 80s.
Someday we'll have
The floppy disks, good.
sometime soon we're going to
Oh,
have
come on, don't tell
computers
the
that we
story
carry
again.
around with ourselves. And Danette said, "Sure, not in our
Well,
lifetime.
that's not exactly a computer, but all right. I'll give you that curve.
Sure, not in our lifetime."
Yeah, I don't believe it. Is that you
Like,
making my
okay.
voice good? What did you say?
Sure, not in our lifetime, Anthony. Actually, Danette said it more like this. Come on, Anthony, not in our lifetime.
Timex mini computer with cassette tape drive. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Apple
All right, tell your
was
story.
just coming out when I was graduating. Wow.
1984.
Anyway, so I think about what we can do now, like with the internet and like with social media and like with communication, and I am just blown away. And I wished that when I was a teenager, that I can communicate with other teenagers in other countries, especially other countries, and with other people in other states. Because I feel, even though I loved living in the Bronx, I have no regrets. It's my past. I wear it on my chest proud. I love being a Bronxite. I love everything about my whole life. But the thing that I would have loved is to speak to someone else in other places, because you have to admit, at least maybe not, this doesn't happen to everyone, but for me, I feel like sometimes when you're in your own community, you only know that community. And I'm not talking about your parents or your family. You only know that community, so you don't know that there may be other people like you somewhere else. You think, so it's like you think that, and this isn't just me, I'm talking about my friends as well. Like you could think to yourself that, can I have decaf coffee? Oh, do you have regular coffee? I'll take regular coffee. Thank you. Do you want one?
You know what? Yeah.
Two.
I get 2 of those.
Sorry about that. He just came right up to us. Anyway, so then, like, I remember my friends, we talked about this. It was like, you know, like you would think like something's a certain way, and, you know, you might think to yourself, you know, I wish it was different. I wish it was different. Or maybe somewhere else, there's somebody that's going through what I'm going through, or whatever it is, or can relate to my things, or what I like. And like now, oh my God, if I was a teenager or I was a young person, like I don't feel that way anymore. I mean, yes, we still communicate now. We're talking, we're getting to know each other, of course. But to find out years later that there was somebody else in another country or somebody in another state, was like that your scope, your globe is so much bigger to communicate and to say, yeah, I'm like that, I'm like you. So maybe you think somebody in your street or your neighborhood is not like you, and you feel like you don't fit in or whatever it is, right? It's not true, because we're all the same, but we're all in different places. Am I getting too heavy here?
She's philosophical.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying,
No, it's
right?
true. In some ways, the world has become smaller today, but in other ways, the
Bigger.
world was smaller back then.
Oh yeah, it was too small back then.
The world was in our childhood.
Yeah, pen
your
pals,
world
but-
was your neighborhood, essentially.
Yeah, but pen pals is a good idea. You're right, but think about how long,
How long it took for your letter
and
to
how many
arrive.
more people you can reach now by just typing, right? I don't know. That was just me.
I was just you, but you're right. What a neat. Isn't she cute? Isn't she cute?
Yeah, like there are people out there that, I think of the world, right? So you hear stories sometimes of people who are struggling with whatever, and I think to myself, that's so sad, because they just need a network or another person, just the right person to talk to. Or maybe it's something that's not even negative. It could be something positive. Like you have something in common. You're both photographers, or you're both whatever. And like you could be best friends. It doesn't mean you have to live next to each other. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
That's right.
And I just think computers is the fastest and easiest way to get there. Like, look, we're talking to Ron TV, right?
he's in the
Think about it.
Philippines.
He's in the Philippines. Is a good example.
Ron
We've
is
had laughs together. We've seen him in other chats. He's so cool. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You see, we click. You know what I mean? There's an example.
Sometimes we got people in the chat, people from Australia.
All of
we
you,
got
not just
Colleen,
in other
Colleen
countries.
from like Cyprus.
Look how we're clicking right now, just talking, right?
So many people, different people from Great Britain. It's like, it's amazing. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
And yes, you could communicate in the old days, but you had to like dial a phone number. That phone number was like 22 digits long.
Think about how people find each other now on like, that you lost your relative or whatever, and how they just find each other at it. Like it's so easy,
Kaz, we had dinner at
Yes,
a
exactly.
little,
People just a click away.
Kaz, we had dinner at a little local pizzeria called Valentino'S in Queens, New York. It has a little restaurant in the back.
Oh, thank you. Do you want dessert?
Was very good Italian.
Oh no, milk.
They get milk and
Yeah, he has it
equal.
right there.
There we go.
Do you want dessert, Anthony?
Yeah, it was like
So,
what are our choices?
Chocolate cake and cheesecake.
Chocolate
right?
cake and cheesecake.
I'll have a chocolate
We'll
cake.
have one and one.
One
One cheesecake, one chocolate
Thank you.
cake.
Okay, we got it. Fancy.
Fancy, I like that. Look,
Look at that.
so
Wow, it
coffee.
smells good.
A coffee. Coffee talk. Coffee talk.
Oh, really?
With Paul
You look, so New York Metro Rover said, I haven't been to Valentino's in a long time. It's near my old school.
Oh, did you go to old school? Do you mean the college, or do you mean
you mean-
a middle school or a high school?
can't text with a rotary. I actually miss the rotary phones. I wish I never threw mine out. I really
Danette
like
likes
them.
things like that, just on principle.
I do.
Certain little things like that. Like the rotary phone. You know what you like? You know what you like, Danette?
You're so right, Classy. Look how many people you both have met here from your old neighborhood. It's amazing to me. Like, I'm still blown away. Like, after we leave and we, like, stop live streaming, we'll sit on the couch and I look at Anthony and I say, look who we're talking to people we don't even really know, but we kind of do know them. How cool
Right.
is that, you know? And we're just like, you know, we're just like you guys. We're no different. We're just talking on the phone, you know? Like, we're no
Reverend Jenny
different.
have to leave.
Is she leaving?
Yeah, you have to go. All right, Jenny. You
Okay,
have a
great. Have a
wonderful
wonderful evening. Thank
it's
you for
so
stopping
nice to
by.
have you in, and it's amazing to talk about the old days. Thank you very much, and we'll see you
We'll
next
talk
time.
to you shortly. Look how many people. Okay, well, I'm going to see. Try to catch up. Another place my mom and I got to add to our food place when we visit. Okay, great. You guys
Good
have
idea.
a big platform at YouTube, and you both are influencers. We didn't have that years ago. I recognized Danette and JK's chat room. That's right. That's right. And I saw Carla. I'm going to tell you how I saw Carla and James and how I knew who they were. Actually, this is. Let's talk about it. Wait, let me read. Let me try to get up to it. I totally agree. It's really nice having this network of people. I have a little one who's disabled, and that can make a life isolate. A little isolating, yes, Brittany. So this is even greater for folks like myself. Absolutely, and we're always here.
Absolutely, there's so much
and I'm
that can
so
be-
glad you're here with us, Brittany.
So much fun that can be had by
Appreciate
us,
the company.
like,
Absolutely.
like being together. There's
The
nothing wrong
Liquidate
with
is
that.
closed down. Jib Lanes, absolutely, we've been there.
Jib
and Casino
Lanes
Farms, yes.
still open. Because Aaron's Casino Farms still open, still going powerful. As a matter of fact,
That's right. A
powerfully
lot
busy.
of you are tuned in to see us from Carl and James. But this is what happened. Let me explain. So, we first saw Action Kid by accident. We saw some guy walking in. This is not our first YouTuber. I'll go
Snowstorms.
back to that in a minute. Some guy was walking in this. He was in Queens. He was in our neighborhood, walking in a snowstorm. But I'm not talking about a little snowstorm. I'm
Yeah, it was a
talking
big
about
snowstorm.
like, I don't know,
Like
5
blizzard
feet
level,
or something.
you know?
And he was isolated. He was all by himself, walking through the hills and valleys. It was calm and quiet. Not one car. Cars couldn't pass. He was walking through the neighborhood, and I was like, "Whoa! I've never seen this before.
Well, like this is interesting.
This is crazy.
All right.
This guy's walking. Watch this."
Let's check this out.
So, like, we know the neighborhood. We knew where he was. It was just
Yeah.
that he was walking in the snow. I was like, "What is going on?"
Let's check this.
So that's
beeswax
how
out.
we saw him. Then, like, the next time we saw him, we subscribed. The next time we saw him, he was walking. Now it's Christmas time, right? It's December. He's walking down Fifth Avenue with, he was walking with Ariel, which is the
yes,
urbanist.
the urbanist.
He was walking with CFAT. He was
Yes.
walking. Who's the third
The
guy?
walk, ride, fly.
Walk, Ride, Fly, and him. So it's the four of them.
himself.
And they stopped at Rockefeller Center because it was snowing. It was
It was
nice.
a very interesting collab
and
because
they
they were
did
on
a
a long time.
great job. I
But
was like,
each
what?
person did like an hour and a
Yeah,
half.
they would go, like, that's a real collaboration. Like, someone goes live, you're with them, then they stop, and the same people move over to the next channel, and you stop. But there's 4 of them. And it was amazing. It was so cool. And each one of them had a different personality and a different way of talking.
A different take, and
They
different
would
things
eat-
that they were interested
They stopped
in.
for a pretzel. They shared it, and there was like different ways. Somebody like laughed, like, "What, are you gonna eat that? Are you not gonna?" It was just so cool. So that was how we found Action Kid. Then one day I was watching Action Kid, and it was, I think, a little warmer out, and he was walking down like the Lower East Side, and he was walking with someone with a dog. It was Carla. I didn't see James. I saw Carla, and I realized after that James was the one that was filming.
And we like dogs.
And so we saw Action Kid first, and then we switched over to Carla and James. And I was like, oh my God, these people are so cool. And of course, Hudson, you know. So,
As handsome as he is.
yes. So I
Just
loved
like yours
Carla
truly.
because she just like she had like all this energy, and I was like, she had all this energy, and she was talking about the stores, and it was just so cool. And they were walking together, and they just like was so, so good at it. And ever since then, this was a while ago, I myself would always watch Carl and James. One day they mentioned, just recently, they mentioned coming home from Miami when they, well, not Miami, when they came home from Florida. Thank you.
Thank you.
So when they came, thank you. So when they came home from Florida, not this time, the last time they came home, which wasn't long ago, maybe 2 months ago or something.
Tiny cheesecake.
As a
guys.
thin sliver of cheesecake, and this
It's
is
a
a
very
chocolate
thin
cake.
sliver. I'm not gonna.
That's okay.
I'm not gonna
Well,
lie
I'm
to you.
full.
It's small.
Well, anyway, so I was saying hello to them. They were just coming into New York. They were almost there, and all of a sudden, Carla goes, "You know, guys, we're coming home now because they had been in the winter. They had been in Florida, and they had come back." And they're like, and you could see the city. They were like almost there. And I was talking and saying hello and everything. And they said, you know, guys, you have to help support a business that's almost about to close. And she started going into it. And I'm like, she must be talking about Hildebrands. So she said, the name is Hildebrands. And I was like, oh my gosh, we already went there. We had gone there and we had done a video on it. And someone in the chat had said,
not sure
that's
who it
where
is.
Danette and Anthony went. And I don't think she even realized. And then so she said, wait, are you in the chat? And I said, yes, I'm right here. And she said something like, do you have a car? Do you want to go together? And then the rest is history. Then we went together and
We met our friend.
then we went back to
friend
Hildebrand.
Hudson.
And if you didn't see us there with her, that was their live stream at Hildebrand's. Then you saw us at Bamonti's. That was the first time we ever went. We
It was
only
a
went
nice
twice.
Italian restaurant. We went
Yeah.
twice. We went once with J&K, and then we recently went again with a subscriber of ours and a brand new friend, Sheila, and her
Yes.
husband. Dwayne,
And-
very nice people.
And then the good news is it's so amazing, is that we both went to Hildebrands, and Hildebrands was bought. It's one of those stories that's a great story. We really do also
actually
support
worked out.
mom and pop businesses just like they do. And we were so uptight thinking they were going to close. The really weird thing about it is when we went, we had, started you started going to the YouTube things again, going to the restaurants. And the day we went, Anthony had heard a story that they were getting threatened to close, and we didn't know about it. We were going anyway just to show the ice cream. Ice cream is so cool.
We were going there just because we thought, like,
And we found
wait
out
till we
that
do a
day.
video at.
Well, on the way there, we found out. So the good news is that Hildebrands was bought by somebody, and it's saved. So it's not closing. Thank goodness. They've been there forever.
And it's
Okay, now I got to go
the
back.
owners are very, very, very enthusiastic about keeping the place open, which is a great thing.
Oh, really, Liz? Yeah, because Ange and Joe and us, like a year ago, did a couple of lives together. We had gone to, I bought tickets for the Magic Lights for Christmas. I'm a big, huge Christmas person. I love Christmas. And then we went to we went a couple of places. We went to Bryant Park. I don't know if that's where you saw us, but I'm sorry I missed out. I did all that talking. My gosh.
In the case of Ange and Joe, we actually knew them a long time before.
Yes, we've known
YouTube.
Ange and
We've-
Joe
We've known them for quite a
several
while.
years. Yeah.
Several years.
Right. That was a good point. Now, if you want to know who was our very first YouTuber that we ever seen, I don't know if any of you guys know her. So this was way back. I would say maybe 2013, maybe, or maybe after that. I'm not sure. 2015.
It was a long time ago.
Anyway, so I wanted to see.
Very first YouTuber
I
we
wanted
watched.
to see. We wanted to go to Vegas. We didn't go. It just so happens we didn't go, but we wanted to go to Vegas, and we saw that this thing called YouTube. Let's see if there's anything we could see about
thing
it.
called YouTube.
We didn't know what it was. I don't even think it was the way it is now.
Hell out of here. We didn't even have the gizmo to watch it on TV yet.
didn't.
We watched it on an iPad, on Danette's iPad.
I don't even think we had phones yet. We didn't have. Let me tell you something. We didn't even have smartphones. I don't want to say it's embarrassing. We just couldn't afford it at the time.
Some cheesecake, baby?
I'll try it. Anyway,
Let's see if anybody remembers.
oh, that's good.
So Danette was looking up Vegas or Vegas hotel stays or something like that.
Here, try this. I think yours is better. The cheesecake's better. I mean, that's hard to say because I love chocolate. Good. What were you saying?
Then I was looking up Vegas or Vegas
It was
stays.
weird in the beginning, wasn't it?
And she saw this girl, and there was this channel, this girl,
Oh, the
like
bookstore.
showing her hotel room and saying, "Hello, friends." I'm thinking of her videos. Look at where we are.
And she always goes when there's like the she does the running. What was it called? The 5K. What was it called?
Oh no, there's something the half
Disney
the half
half
a marathon,
mile,
the
half
Disney half a
marathon.
marathon, or the Mickey Mile or something.
Yeah, so she was in Disney. Then we found her in Vegas, and like that was like that's another thing. People show hotel rooms, right? So we're like, oh, this is amazing. We could see what hotel we could go to. There's hundreds of hotels. We can check it out.
So
And
it was a
then-
girl named Jennifer.
Name was Jennifer.
Jen.
What was her original name? Oh Jesus Christ, I can't remember. But she was a girl who did what is that called in the house?
Daily vlogging. She
No,
like
no,
vlogged every
no.
day.
What did she do?
And she did a lot of like
Organizer. She did an
organization and
And she was so nice, and I liked her. And she was married, and she went to, in the summer. She went into Utah, and I saw Utah, and I loved that. And that's who we watched. What the hell was her name? She changed it because she got divorced, but I forgot her name.
she changed the name
Damn.
of her channel multiple times. Her channel is now referred to as With Wonder.
With Wonder, yeah.
With Wonder. But it was, I don't know, Jen organizing with Jen, and or like My YouTube Life or something like that originally.
Thank Kaz. Goodbye. See
See
you
you,
next time.
Kaz.
Oh my God. So YouTube was really weird. So what about you guys? Who did you first see? I know you guys said
Yes.
that you saw us through Carl and James, a lot of you.
Do you remember the first channel you ever experienced?
Yeah, like what was
or
your first?
maybe not the first YouTube video you saw, but do you remember the first channel you got into? Because for us, that was the first channel
I
we
forgot
got
what we were
into.
supposed to do today. I know where I'm
What?
going to go right after this. I want to get James and Carla's magazine. Came out today.
I have to find a stationery store. I think there's one on. Oh,
Not
that
far.
one. Yeah.
So many people. It was Action Kids. See that? And I love Ariel, the urbanist. I
The
love
Urbanist
watching
was
him
the
too.
first Ron started following. Ariel's been doing it a really long time. He
He's
started
really good at what he
on
does.
Facebook, I believe.
Really? Facebook? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I believe his originally started on Facebook. I guess because in the olden days, Facebook allowed you to live stream longer and do longer videos than YouTube did, which just seems counterintuitive, but it did.
Brittany says for her it was Action Kid. I was searching Little Italy. He was walking the Bronx with Richmond Cuso. Oh. That's the thing about Action Kid. You have to give it to him. He will go to any neighborhood, and he's been to every neighborhood. At least that's what I think. He goes
You
everywhere.
would be like hard pressed to find one
and it
he's
wasn't
not
just,
familiar with.
I know, and it wasn't just like there's a store or I'm gonna walk in and eat something, or that it could be he's just walking by your house. You could go walk outside your door and he's in front of your house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what was weird. I was like, why is this guy walking around? Like, I don't understand. And then there was so many people following him. And I just couldn't get it. I didn't understand. But then when I saw him with the other walkers, I'm like, wait, it's a community. Other people walk too.
That's right.
I
It's
don't know.
a thing.
He started in 2016, Urbanist. Okay.
And then
Yes, you can only play offline games on the computer. Even that was a big deal. My mother, when she first got, you're welcome, Kaz.
HC saw us at the bookstore the first time.
Oh, the bookstore
when we
when
visited
we went.
James and Carla at the bookstore.
We had to
got
go. I had to get a copy of that
I
book.
had to get a copy.
Oh my
I had to
God,
get
I
the-
love
get a
that book,
copy.
and it's small. It's kind of like it's cute. You know what I mean? I loved
And
it.
we also, full disclosure, we also had to. That was also where the four of us put our heads together to decide
Right.
when we were gonna go to Hildebrand's. We were like,
Well,
like
they were really
a little
busy
bit
with
off
that
camera.
store.
Like I've said
Yeah.
before, you could just kind of barely hear the Bronx accents of Danette and Carla talking about when we were gonna get together in the background.
And when we went. When we were with James and Carl and Hildebrand's, I don't know if you remember, Aunt, but we were like barely talking. We were just sitting there like Mama
We were
Lou.
very quiet. I don't know.
Very quiet. We didn't have
We
any
were more
experience.
chatty. By the time we visited Belmonte's, we were more chatty Cathy.
Yeah, but even then, I felt like we were a little like we're on camera, you know.
Actually, on the way back from Hildebrandt's.
Cimarelli, I never heard of that. I'll have to check that out. What?
On the way back from Hildebrandt's, we got like closer, chatting to each other while the live stream was off. We stopped the car so Carla could jump
we had
out and
fun.
photograph stuff.
Yeah, Carla was taking pictures.
Carla jumped out to catch some pictures of some buildings
And
we
then
were
we
passing.
started going back, taking them home. I mean, went back into New York, and Carla's like, "Why don't you go live?" And I was like, "Really, right now?" While they were in the car, and we did. We went live, so you can also catch us on our channel with them in the back seat with Hudson.
That's when we
And
were
let me
passing.
tell you
when they said,
Oh,
we're
yeah, that's when
passing
we passed
Rayo's.
That's when we
over
said
there,
where
and he
we,
said,
yeah, where we
we
came
should,
from.
we need to get a table for four at Rayo's.
Mama Luke.
We were like, how
I
are
don't
we
know
going
where
to
that
get?
came
How's
from, it
that
just
going to
came
happen? I remember I kind of said,
Raven.
how's that going to happen? That's when that became. That's going to be my goal.
Is to get to go to Rayo's.
Now I know it's literally possible. Human beings do
I
go
know,
there,
no,
and they do
Naomi,
serve food.
Oh, that's okay, Chopskull. Thanks for being here. I
Thank you so
appreciate it.
much for coming in and saying hi.
What show?
We love to
you
get
saw
together.
that show. What did I say? Oh my
Which
God.
show?
I
Which
forgot
show?
already.
There
Oh,
was a
Mama
show,
Luke.
Mama Luke,
What was I talking about?
a Mama Luke.
Oh, so I just want to tell you about Hudson. He is the most adorable dog. Jeez. The most adorable.
If you thought you didn't,
He's
if
so
you ever,
soft, his
you want to
hair
know what
is
the
so
truth
soft.
is that like when you get around Hudson,
Yeah, Leah Michelle's going to be on Broadway, yep.
if you thought ever that you thought like, I wouldn't want a pit bull. Oh no, he changes your mind right away.
Oh no, he's adorable. He's such a
If
good
you
boy.
ever had that thought in your head,
He puts
get
his
out of your
head
He
right
puts
in
your head
between
right when you
the-
drive in the car. He puts his head right on the
middle
the
part.
middle part of the car
And he
between
doesn't
the
care,
two
he's
bucket
so-
seats.
and he's so cute.
lays there, and then he's
He
like,
is almost human, you're right.
I got in the car in the front seat, and Hudson was already in the back seat. I got in the car, and I remember Carla said, "Uh-oh, Anthony's gonna get it." I was like, "What am I gonna get?" He immediately jumped over the to the front seat, and went like, "Ah!" I was
Oh,
like
and then
licking
he
my
was
face.
licking Anthony up.
It was like because I was the first one in the car. Carla said, "He's the first one in the car. Anthony's
He's
gonna
so
get it."
adorable.
I was like, "Get what?"
And then you found out. Yes, I grew up with dogs, so did Anthony. We both had dogs. Just the apartment we're in now, we're not allowed to have dogs, and I wish I could. So we have.
You gotta do it.
All we have is Munchkins.
You gotta like the only
She's a
way you
cat,
can have a dog.
a tuxedo
Munchie's
cat.
a cat. Munchie's
She's
a kitty
adorable.
cat.
She's like a little
She's
dog.
very adorable. She
She's
is like a little
She's
doggy.
odd. She's like a dog. So Triple G said, I was introduced to George Lopez in the Hildebrandt video. He said basement ice cream sounds delicious. He's not in the chat right now. I think that's about the same time I saw him. I don't remember him in the chats before. So he's hysterical. The people in our chat, especially the guys, they're hysterical. They just like shade each other and joke around. And it's just, I find that so much fun.
I think we suck in a certain type of person into our videos who have senses.
Thanks, Ron.
You gotta have.
You have
a
two
sense of
turtles,
humor.
Katie?
You gotta
Anthony had
have
two
a
turtles when he was
sense
growing
of
up.
Humor.
Guess what his turtle was named, his mother named?
No, it was a nickname.
What
My
was the
mother
real
referred
name
to
then?
this. The two turtles we inherited. We got an apartment. When I was a kid, I was young. I was a young teenager. My mother got this apartment, and the people that were moving out were old friends of my mother's. And they had 2 turtles, and the turtles were named Milagros.
Bye, Adriana. Thank you so much for coming
Adriana,
in.
bye.
See you next
It was
time.
so nice to meet you, and we're gonna remember now you're little Lila's daughter.
Classy. Yep, we'll never forget. Thank you, HC. Go ahead, buddy.
The 2 turtles were actually named Milagros and Martina.
Milagros and Martina.
And Martina, there was a male and a female. One of them died, as turtles do. They were large turtles, by the way. They weren't the little green turtles. These were massive turtles, bigger than the phones. They were big turtles.
They were my daughters. She
One of them
gave them
passed
up.
away.
Okay, go ahead.
And my mother took to now referring to the one turtle left as Schmucko. That's it, Schmucko.
And when I came
It
along,
wasn't-
that's what I didn't know it had other
wasn't
names.
Milagros.
I didn't know
it
he had
was
a-
Schmucko.
Was it a female? Aunt?
That was the male.
That was the male?
But that was Milagros, and his name was
Carolan beans.
Schmucko.
That's funny.
Schkarol.
Triple G said he thought the pearls might be called Schkarol and beans. That would have been more appropriate.
would have been appropriate. Milagros and Martina.
We suck in those who are from the Bronx, really?
We
We have
do,
to go
we
for another
suck them in.
drive, another car drive, and show you more spots. I'll show you where I used to live and where Anthony used to live.
That's true, that's true. You can see where
Yes.
we used to live.
George is a trip, and there's others. Jack Rab, yep. And
We
then,
lived in
and, go ahead. What were you saying?
some oddball places.
Why did
we
she
can
call
show
it
you.
Schmucko?
I don't know. It's my mother. She couldn't remember names. She's hanging stuffed animals.
Yeah,
Well, you
that's
know, what
right. I
else-
thought so,
what else do you
Joseph. Tell him.
expect?
Hudson's not a pit bull, Aunt.
He's an American
Staffordshire, but he's also mixed with
terrier.
something else. He's a terrier, but I don't think he's a pit bull.
He's
Is
not
that considered
like
a pit bull? American tit?
It's kind of in the
It's in the
same
class
vein.
or in
It's
the
in that
same-
class of animals, but like yeah, he's an Amstaff. It's
Amstaff.
American Staffordshire, but like
I don't
if you
care
ever
what he
felt
is,
like
he's
you didn't want
adorable.
one of those dogs, just take a look at his face and pat him on the head and get the reaction that you get from him.
You
and
wanted
you'll
to see where
change
the
your mind in a
A&P was?
hurry.
The A&P is on Bruckner Boulevard and
See, there's still a
Crosby
supermarket
Avenue.
there.
There is a supermarket there.
It's a food town.
But the entrance,
It's the same design.
yes, same design, but their main entrance is in the back is considered their front. Our front was Bruckner Boulevard. And there's the other troublemaker. There he is, and he's hysterical. I was just going to
Who's
mention
that?
Robert.
Kaczynski?
Yes, we're still
Two
at it,
troubles.
Robert.
We're still at it, Robert. We're still at it.
4 years old, you lived on Revere Avenue. Oh my God.
Who lived on Bury Avenue?
Raven. Revere.
Oh, on
I have
Revere
friends
Avenue.
that lived in Revere, and I lived a few blocks from Revere. Of course, it's the Revere before the highway or the Revere after the highway. So, and when I go
Well, that's
driving
interesting.
around, we'll show.
The Revere before or the Revere after? Danette lived in a place. Danette grew up in a street that had like an overpass, like
And that's
across
gone.
the
That's
thing.
not there no
And
more.
that's where the guy
Ooh.
like gave the
56.
that's where the guy
Poor
exposed himself with his raincoat to my
Why
childish
did you tell that
Danette
story? I thought you were going to say where I
and
lived.
another friend of hers.
That's a terrible story. to
Well,
tell.
it's not a nice story. But
Oh,
like,
Boston Terriers are adorable, Stephen.
remember the Boston Terrier that we met once?
Oh, the Revere
near
close
where I
to
get
the
my
deli,
hair
okay.
cut. I get my
Yeah.
hair cut. There's a little Boston Terrier.
He was a
His
baby.
name was Pork Chop.
His name was Pork Chop. He was
He was
so
about
cute.
this small. Look at this little angel over here. Do you notice one thing about Danette? You know how much of an angel she is? Look how
What?
she matches her watch to her shirt.
That isn't an angel.
The black and white shirt.
Look what my shirt says. You see it? It says cool. It says what? What? It says rebel. It says yay, no. What else does it say?
It says a bunch of
I think
other
that's
things.
it.
It does
Love.
says love. Yeah, no. This is her Rebel shirt, her Rebel Wilson shirt.
That's right. This is an old Rebel Wilson shirt, and And the
Joseph Taylor wants
buttons.
us to come back to New Haven. We are going to, Joseph. We are going to.
We have to come back to
We
New
have
Haven.
to come back to
We
New
have to
Haven.
get to that bakery
Because we
that he
didn't do
always talked
enough.
about.
We didn't get to the
By the
bakery.
way, Joseph.
We didn't see that cliff.
Joseph, yesterday I looked up the cliff. That was no
The cliff.
joke.
That was no
Joseph
joke,
Taylor made us try to Joseph Taylor, when we went with him to New Haven, wanted us to go up on this cliff. I thought, oh, it's just a rock. It's not going to be that high. We could see the top, right?
It's
He said,
ridiculous.
oh, we'll just go to the other side. But it was like the day after, was it the day after the 4th of July? I don't remember. Yeah, it was the day after the 4th of July or 2 days after the 4th of July. And no, it was the day after, it was July 5th. And they had it closed, I guess, for the fireworks or whatever, so we couldn't go. Yesterday I looked just to see, I was like,
The place is ridiculous.
it's huge. It's huge, Joe. I didn't know.
I gotta learn how to fly my drone so I can fly it off the
Yeah,
thing.
I
while
bought him
we're
a drone like
live
4
streaming
years ago. He still hasn't used
It wasn't 4 years. It was
All right,
only
3
2.
years ago.
It was only 2
This
years
December
ago.
will be 3.
It's only. It's still technically 2. I gotta like fly my drone, and I'm gonna take it up there. I'm gonna fly it around.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Here you go, my pal.
A spaniel and a beagle. Aw.
Who has a spaniel and a beagle?
Treating. I know she mentioned that before, I remember.
Oh, yeah. I gotta get the drone up and running, and fly it off of the cliff. And you and Joe can watch me try to steer it through the air above
All right,
New Haven.
Robert, so we both had a side salad, and then we had, so it was a special, and it's $22.99, and you pick from 4 different things. So I had
Eggplant rollatini,
eggplant rollatini.
linguine with Alfredo sauce.
Do you think I'm not talking fast enough? Like what? Linguine with Alfredo sauce.
I'm helping you.
Okay. He got chicken cutlet parm, and he was going to have fettuccine Alfredo, but they just made the linguine. I guess they didn't want to make 2 different pastas.
I think that's what it was.
And,
I think that's what it was.
And then I
right,
had a
Owen?
piece of chocolate cake, and he had a piece of cheesecake.
And that comes with the meal.
And let me tell you
And
something.
a cup of
For
coffee
you-
and a soda.
For you out there that don't live in New York and have never been to New York, yes, Junior's is amazing. They have like one of the best cheesecakes you can
Yeah.
get. But beside them, so we'll put them aside because they're on the high end. Almost everywhere else you go, even the diners, the restaurants
damn
here,
good cheesecake.
the diners, the pizzerias, the cheesecakes are delicious. Like,
I
I'm
don't
not
know
kidding.
what it is, but people. If
Yes,
you,
we have watched Casey
there
Neistat.
is no.
Who hasn't, right?
It is not a joke.
Yeah,
they
it is
really
not.
know how to make cheesecake in
Like,
New York.
people
I
people
know
say
that sounds chauvinistic
No, it's
on my
true.
part.
I
but like,
agree with you.
They really know a cheesecake here.
no adult beverage tonight. We just had a
No
coffee
adult beverages.
also.
Coffee and a
Hi,
and
Marilyn
a DC.
Perlman. So great to see you.
Coffee
Darren
and a
uses his
DC.
drone all the time, sends me pictures. So cool. I didn't know Darren had a
420
drone, although where he is, that would be the perfect. Maybe we need to have Darren show you.
425 feet tall, Joe says.
Oh my God. Wait, is that the rock or is that the
from
statue?
the cliff or from the statue?
Because
No, it's probably.
then there's
means
a
the cliff.
monument that's amazing too on
There's a
top of the
monument
rock.
on top of the rock. I think he probably means the cliff fall.
Oh.
That is great. I got to get the drone up and going, Danette. I got to get it up and going. You and Joe will stand there while I fly it around.
What, Alicia? How could you not? Wait a minute. You've never had New York cheesecake? Never, like ever, never.
All your
When I
life,
was a kid,
and you live in New York. You got it.
I don't even know if
Come
Aunt Angela
on.
knows this, but when I was a kid, I hated cheesecake. It was too rich. It was too thick. It was too. I didn't like it. I didn't like cheesecake. As I got older, I wish I didn't like it. Let's just put it that way. So, Hills, East Rock, Indian Hill, and Snake Hill. Okay. Anyway, now Italian cheesecake I never liked either until I tried Bamonte's. But then even better than Bamonte's, oh my God, Venero's.
The Venero's is
nobody
really
else makes it
amazing.
like that.
It's
It's
very
like
good.
creamy. It's
It's
the only
crazy
Italian
good.
cheesecake I've ever had that's creamy. If you ever want to try cheesecake and you don't want to go to Brooklyn, Venero's. They have regular cheesecake, Italian cheesecake, and Sicilian cheesecake that has little cherries in it.
Alicia, you got to get to Junior's at least once in your life. Junior's is an icon,
Right,
and there's
Katie?
a reason. It is iconic for the cheesecake.
Yes, and as a matter of
I
fact,
still say it is.
The
It's still a
sugar-free
place
one
to go.
is good too. It's still good. It's delicious. I mean, and
Don't
I think
let anybody tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
It's still probably the best, especially the plain cheesecake and the regular ones with the fruit on it. It's always
Yeah.
the freshest.
the chocolate
always
one's
the best
good too
tasting.
sometimes.
Hit
Uh-oh.
that close
All right,
button.
so we're getting low,
On
so
that.
we're going to end it soon. So
You're
give me a
getting
minute.
low.
Hate
You're
Italian
probably soon.
cheesecake made with regatta, New York's amazement with the cream cheese. Yes, exactly, Aunt Angela. But when you come next, I am going to get you Italian cheesecake from Venero's. I want you to try
You're gonna
it.
try- you're gonna
because
try it,
it doesn't
'cause it's
taste
not-
like all the other places. It's
And
completely different.
You have to try Italian cheesecake and also a Sicilian if you like some
I don't like the
booze in it.
Sicilian. It's too
What's
too
Joe,
rich.
What's Joe say about the
Oh, you're
West
welcome, New
Rock?
York Metro Rover, West Rock. There was West Rock and the Eastern European food store. Okay, we'll go back to that. We'll go back to that.
Got no-
I'm gonna look tonight when I go
No
home.
problem with that.
I want to say one more thing before we go off. So remember how people say
Well, you can
gotta
last
go.
at least another like
Yeah, that's
half
what you
hour
say,
to
and
an
then
hour.
people can't
No,
hear
20
us.
minutes is enough. No, that's the,
All right, what time
that was
is
the
it?
reason was because we had
All
the
right.
thing to.
All right,
We didn't
all
have the
right,
Woody
all right, all right.
calls.
Let me get to it because we're gonna die soon.
They're not gonna die soon.
Thank you,
I can tell
Stex.
you it's not.
All right, I know I'm not ending yet. Another 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
You got longer than 5 minutes. You got a half
Yes,
an hour
the
to
rock.
an hour.
Anyway, listen. So I do
Half
not
an
have
hour
a
to
half
an
hour,
hour.
Aunt.
Yes, you do.
All right, hold on. So, you know how people come to New York and they say, you got to get New York pizza. You know, the pizza in New York is the best. But if you are a tourister and you go to the wrong place, no joke, you're not going to, it's not good. You're getting the wrong
Especially
one.
if you're an American tourist or piece of luggage.
Wise ass. Anyway, so pizza is different in different boroughs. And if you don't go to a place that
That's right, actually.
makes it right, you're going to be completely disappointed. You may even think that New York pizza is overblown. It's not the way it should be. It's because you have to know where to go. Now, cheesecake, whole other ball game. Mostly 100%, mostly all of the cheesecakes, all good. Everywhere you go.
Good.
You can go to a dinky diner and the cheesecake is going to be delicious.
We went to our
Unless it's stale.
go-to. We went to our go-to office diner the other day, and I had a cheesecake that almost made me faint because the guy forced me into buying it.
Oh yeah, he forced you.
He did. The waiter forced me into it. He took me. He said, "This is really fresh." I
That's
said, "No,
right.
I don't want it.
Oh,
It's really
Florida
fresh."
has no clue what pizza is or Italian bread. Well,
Oh, that
Italian
I've
bread.
heard.
That's
That
the
I've
other
heard.
thing, Italian bread.
There's a
Oh,
guy
there's
that
nothing
we.
like New York Italian bread.
There's a guy that we watch on.
Bye, Katie. Good night.
Katie, good night. Good night.
New Jersey pizza. I have to admit that I don't remember having any New Jersey pizza.
I haven't had any, but I've heard a lot of people say it's very.
Yeah, I guess
there
it
are some
depends where
really
you go.
good places.
I don't think I've
places
ever
in
had any
Jersey.
pizza in Jersey.
It's another one that's a different style. As far as the Florida pizza goes, there's a guy that I follow on like
Oh, yeah,
Instagram
Zorro's. I
and
remember
TikTok, who like made a trip down to Miami. He's an Italian guy. I think his name Marco.
Yes, Marco.
Marco,
He's hysterical.
and he's very funny. But like one of the things he did when he went down to Florida, he
New
ate
Jersey
a lot
has
of things
great
he
pizza?
liked.
Okay.
He ate a lot of things he liked, but he didn't like the pizza. And he said, "This pizza is the worst thing I've ever seen. Look at the bottom of it. This thing is as white as my ass before I hit the beach in Miami." And
Oh,
then
he
said,
hated the pizza.
This pizza is so bad. I guarantee you that
Maryland says New York is number
7-Eleven
one.
pizza is better than anything I've
7-Eleven's
ever eaten
disgusting.
here.
Please.
He said 7-Eleven pizza is better than any pizza I ever had in Florida.
Okay, so Maryland says my list goes on. New York is number one for cheesecake, pizza, knishes, Chinese bread, and Katz's.
Cats.
We gotta go to Katz's. Not
We gotta
classy.
do it. We
I
gotta
promise
do it.
you. We're gonna go to Katz's and order the
and get
Greek
the-
food.
and get the
because-
kasha
Greek food. I'm
boneshkas.
sorry.
And
Jewish
get the,
food.
We're gonna go
I
to
didn't know it was
Katz's.
there.
We're gonna go to Katz's and order
Very
the Greek
soon.
food.
So we got to go back to Greasy Nick's and we got to go to Katz's. And who doesn't love a black and white cookie, for God's sakes?
Black and white cookies also.
Knishes and pretzels, yeah.
Knishes and knish.
You don't, and Robin, you don't eat pizza outside of New York? All right, let's see. Dirty water
Robin's
hot dogs.
doesn't eat the
You should
pizza
come
outside
to
of New York.
Nassau. We've been to Nassau several times. I love turkey burgers. Anthony makes them every now and then. I actually prefer a turkey burger and a veggie burger over a regular burger. That is the
She
truth.
does generally. She does generally. Sometimes I'll buy beef. I'll buy like the fancy pants beef. And
never
Danette will
tr-
like that.
I never
Like if I get really
tried.
we're very bougie.
Listen,
and I'll
Anthony,
get the grass-fed beef.
I told you
It's
a
very
thou-
bougie.
I told you
and
100
she
times I would
enjoys it.
prefer you don't buy that because I don't like it.
I get it.
Apparently
I get the
you didn't hear
bougie
me.
beef. I will get the
You were picking it
fancy
up the other
pants
day. We
beef.
were in Whole Foods. He picked up this thing, this bougie beef, and I said, I'm not going to eat that. Make me the veggie burger when you eat that. And guess what he did? He didn't buy it. You forgot I didn't want it?
No, that was the brick. That was the brick. She doesn't like the meat in the brick.
Anyway,
Pay no attention to Danette.
Katz's is charging the same price for noticeably smaller sandwiches. Really? You have to tip them. The tip is that you have, the pro tip is that you have to tip them. When we went to Katz's with Ange, the first time we went together, I told her, okay, this is what you do. This is the pro tip. Walk up to the counter, give them a tip. I don't know if they did that. I don't know if you're referring to Ange or not. They probably did because Joe usually does that. And then they give you more meat.
They'll pile it on.
Never get the
with
waitress.
more meat.
They give you this much.
Never get the wait-
Never
yeah,
ever ever
never
get the
get the
waitress. I
waitress.
don't know
The
if that's what they did.
waitress
I didn't
is
see the
death.
live. Maybe because she couldn't walk. maybe
Never
that's what
order
they
from
did.
the
I don't
waitress
know.
generally. You gotta get it from the counter man. And then
Oh,
they
the
just, like,
pastrami and Katz's
pile
is
it
the
on.
best pastrami. Well, not the best. It's very good. There's two other places that make it very good as well. But
There
it
are
is the
places that
best.
make
It's
it very good. I mean, obviously, to be perfectly honest, I mean, a lot
Yes,
of
we
people,
have been to Garden City to Vincent's. Once we went, it was great. We went with
I did
Darren.
not love it the second time.
The second time we went, it's
Yeah,
so I
I
guess
did
it's
not love
not
it.
consistent. Maybe.
You want to know what I didn't like about Vincent's? Vincent's, I think this sauce was extremely sweet, almost sugary sweet, and I was like,
Yeah, I figured
that's
Joe
just
tipped.
not
So what
for me.
happened? They didn't get a lot of meat.
That's
I don't
not for me.
understand. 7th Street in Garden City, is that the name of the restaurant? I don't know.
Who's that place?
So-
But you know, it was too sweet. You know, I'm gonna try. I still haven't. I feel bad. I haven't answered the email. You know, anybody in there that sent me an email that I
Oh my
haven't
God.
answered yet.
I apologize for you.
Triple G, I know I
apologize for you,
have to
Anthony.
answer your
I'm
email.
so sorry.
I haven't
Anthony, take
answered
care.
your email.
I told
if you're
him,
still
give it to me.
watching,
I'll do it.
Triple G. I noticed that I saw the emails.
Wow, you went 50 years ago. Yeah.
I know I'm bad with the
I could have went
emails.
50, maybe not 50, maybe 40. Because I don't remember when I was really, really young. Probably because my father couldn't park anywhere and he would run in and get it. That I kind of remember, but I do remember going as a kid, but to Katz's, but
Just things
I don't
you
know
can't
how old
remember.
I was. Yeah, I don't remember.
Your whole family got would get
Yeah, they also went to
sandwiches
2nd
with
Avenue
people that
Deli,
went
the
to
original before it moved.
Katz's. The original 2nd Avenue Deli was very good. I personally think after they moved, they weren't that good.
Tongue,
Remember
no
we went there.
way, no way, no how, not happening.
Remember, I personally
Not for
didn't
me.
care for it after that. Well, how do you feel?
Find you
about
an almond horn. You can't find that?
it? Who wants that?
That's in our local diner, Joseph. An almond horn? Is that what you're looking for?
Oh,
that the
do you
one
mean like
that's-
an almond croissant?
No.
Or one of the like a rugelach?
It's like a big rugelach.
Almond horn.
We'll get
Tho-
you one.
tho-
I'll
Those are
see
good.
you again.
Or do you mean those things that are almost like a horseshoe type
Oh,
of thing?
and Angela, that sounds delicious. Scungili, I love
I'm not
that.
sure which one you mean, Joe.
Angela, do you remember? Obviously, you remember this, but I don't know if anybody else does.
Screenshot, Joe. Screenshot. Find a picture
You're gonna
of
tell
which,
them the
which
screenshot
take you
and
mean
send it to
and
the email
DM
you're not
me
gonna
on
look at?
Instagram. No, I'll look
Oh,
at
on Instagram, okay.
On Instagram,
He
I'll
wants
look
you to
at
send
it. Don't
him a
email it.
picture.
Because I'm too slow with the emails. I gotta apologize.
How much do we
to
tip?
everybody.
Well, we give at least $5, and then as he's cutting it, he would let us try it, and I'm telling you, it's all in the tip. All in the tip.
All in the tip.
You don't know what $5 can do. $5. $5.
Not five. Not $5.
And then maybe another extra dollar here
$5.
and there. and you will be taken care of. Believe me.
F-I, dollar.
Anyway, what was I saying?
D-O-L-L-A.
Dollar.
$5.
$5. What are we talking about? Oh, Vincent's in Garden City. Oh,
Vincent's
and
in
Angela,
Garden
that's what I was
City.
saying.
Not a fan.
Does
not a
anybody
huge
in
fan.
here know?
Last time especially.
Yeah. Does anybody here know? Or do you remember Pizza City in Howard Beach years ago? When you mentioned the scungili with the biscuits, that reminded me of Pizza City because I remember when we used to go.
Who mentioned that?
And Angela mentioned Vincent's had good scungili with biscuits and sauce with the gravy, and that reminded me of Pizza City.
Oh, was it those pepper biscuits?
Because the pepper biscuits, they sold them in Pizza
Frizzell.
City, and my parents and I think Aunt Angela got. She said, "Oh my God, yes!" See, they used to give you the biscuits with, I think it was, I'm not sure what you guys ate. It was something hot. I think it was shrimp. Was it shrimp in the hot sauce? Something in hot sauce, and as kids we never ate that. It was too hot. We ate the pizza. They had the best pizza. Best pizza in Queens, in my opinion, years ago was Pizza City. That was delicious.
Oh yeah, it was Queens, wasn't it?
Yes, it's Howard Beach.
Danette, that was a...
We'll take a check when you get a chance.
Yes.
No, do you want any water?
No, we're good.
You want any ice
oh,
water?
you know what? Could I get a glass of
One
ice water?
Thank you.
Lots of ice. I only went to Pizza City once because the time I went there with Danette, we were dating, and I guess the joint was on its way out. It was already rolling down the hill and picking up speed, as they say. Even Danette said that when we were there, that they were going down the drain.
Yeah.
I'm like, Danette was there as a
Renee,
kid,
you
as a
remember
little
Pizza
girl.
City? Oh my God.
Who's that, Renee?
I love
Marino?
when people remember it because I ask my friends, I ask people
A lot
that
of people
live in
don't
that
remember
area.
it. You
and
can't Google
They
it.
don't remember it. It's hard. It's hard to, and I remember where it was, you know? What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, that I only went there once, that one time.
He can't find it.
When we were dating.
How about you send him a pic? You can't send him a pic. All right.
Send who a picture? Joseph?
Don't worry. We'll get it. We'll find out. I'll find out. Never mind him. Go ahead. What were you saying? It?
She's a wise guy.
Old Roma in Flushing. Old Roma.
Oh, sure.
Yes, shrimp and scungili. See, shrimp. It was shrimp and some hot sauce. I remember. And Angela, they had the most disgusting bathrooms. Do you remember that? People would take.
Danette told me
they
these
would take
stories
the
about
water,
the bathrooms.
this
And
is the
believe me,
ladies' room.
bathrooms are all
I don't know what the
important
men's
to
room looked
Danette's
like.
father.
Yeah, it was. But I'm talking about the ladies' room.
The ladies'
Thank you so
room.
much.
Thank you very much.
Anytime.
What is your name?
Pablo.
Pablo.
Pablo,
Come in
thanks a
and
bunch.
have Pablo take care of you. He hooks you up here at
Valentino's.
Valentino's. Okay, thank you again, Ron, for coming
Thanks,
back.
Ron.
We appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much.
Oh, always fun having you here. Thank you.
Always a ball.
Freedom Land. Yes, I remember that. But anyway, they used to take they used to go with the paper, put it under the water, get it all wet, and throw it up into the ceiling. Oh my God, it would drive my mother crazy, and me. It was disgusting. It was gross.
Who was doing that?
It was like you couldn't go to the bathroom. You had to hold it in when you went there. It was crazy.
First of all, that
and that
sounds
was
nuts.
the first time I ever tried. The very
That
first
sounds out of its
time
mind.
I ever had clams.
Oregano?
No, I had
Raw clams?
raw clams. My mother said, just try it, just try it. I was like, no, it looks terrible. Just try it. She put the little neck clams there, and that was it. I was hooked. I loved it. That was the first time I had little neck clams. It was in Pizza City.
New York Metro said
You
they-
too, HC? You remember Pizza City? Oh my God. Do you remember it was like a
HC
round
remembers the
thing?
Pizza City?
You would park around. Oh, it was so much fun. I have such wonderful memories. I remember going there with my cousins, Aunt Angela and her children. At least I remember Darren. I'm not sure about Greg. I'm not sure. I don't know when it closed, but I remember Darren going when he was a baby. Yes, Cross Bay Boulevard, exactly. And just a lot of memories. Actually, Greg did go with us when we
Did
got
he get
older.
lost?
When
Was
no,
he the
no,
kid that got lost?
no.
Or was that at Nathan's?
That was Nathan's, and that was Darren. No. When we started dating, we went there. When we were dating, you went once. Remember?
That's right.
And Darren and Greg, we all went. All of us. And you were with me. I remember now.
That's what I said. But when I said when the one time I went, that was around the time when the joint was like circling the drain.
They never had time to clean it.
Close. It was getting ready to close.
And Angela, do you remember liking the regular slice? The regular slice or the Sicilian better? I remember the regular slice was so delicious, but the Sicilian always looked good too. Which one was your favorite?
I had the pizza there myself.
Oh my God,
I like
yes. And Angela, oh my God.
What did
Look
she
what
say?
she just said. Remember Cooks? We
Cooks?
could stay for hours and eat and smoke. And Angela, when we got engaged, and Angela, isn't it crazy that we hung out in that place?
Wait a minute.
Does
You
anybody
gotta
know
like.
Cooks in Westchester?
Does anybody remember a
Boston
joint
Post
called
Road?
Cooks? Which was
Uncle Sal loved the
essentially
Sicilian, you the regular.
Cooks.
I kind of
in
remembered that. That's why I was
Westchester.
asking. I remembered Uncle Sal liking the Sicilian. That's what I thought. The corner end, right? Anyway,
Cooks in Westchester,
wait.
which-
HC says she does. Nobody makes a good Sicilian anymore. You got to go to the Bronx. They do. They still do.
Go
in
to
the
the Bronx. Or
Anyway,
I don't
hold
even
on.
know if that's Sicilian.
Cooks, right? Cooks. When we got engaged,
Mom's poor man's
we
Nathan's,
had
essentially.
the limousine, we got there our own way to where we went, and the limousine picked us up, and then Anthony said, where do you want to go? And what does Anthony say? Out of nervousness, he says Cooks. Can
Let's
you
go to
believe
Cooks.
it?
Danette laughed
we
it
went
off.
from Manhattan, where the Trade Center was, the World Trade Center,
To
with the
like-
most
to
fabulous,
like Mamaroneck.
expensive restaurant. We went to the top of the World Trade Center. It was a revolving restaurant. We had
It
such
did not revolve.
fancy stuff.
You're thinking of the other one.
Oh, that's right. It didn't revolve. I'm
There was no
sorry.
revolving. The building was not
It
turning.
was at the top. But anyway, we went there, and then we went to Cook's after, which was kind of like a dive. It had an amusement park with it,
It was
small
a
one.
dive. It had like
And
it had an arcade in
The
the
guy
back.
wouldn't even let us. All we wanted was a soda. He went in to get us a soda. He wouldn't let us leave the limousine. And we asked him if he wanted something, and he didn't. So eventually, he got a coffee.
Didn't we
or
split a
something.
hot dog?
No.
I could have swore we split a hot dog.
Focaccia pizza, absolutely. Do we remember
Yes.
focaccia pizza? Yes, absolutely. Corn
Cooks.
Sicilian, yeah.
Cooks. Your parents would go there and get, unbelievably,
Yes,
it was
to
a
play the
place with
games, right.
hamburgers and hot dogs. But they also had hot open turkey sandwiches on
Triple
the menu.
G, you remember Cooks too? Oh
They had
my
hot open
God.
turkey
I can't wait to
sandwiches on
watch
the
this
menu.
back so I can get all the information. Yes, I remember the Wedge Inn. I didn't go there till I was
Oh
a
my God,
teenager.
remember the
when we
Wedge
used to,
Inn?
like one of us had a car.
Who
And
went to the Wedge Inn?
Treating.
Treaton went to the Wedge Inn.
You lived across the street
Oh
from
my
the
God.
firehouse? Wait, what firehouse? Am I missing something? Oh, in Queens? Is that Rockaway? Is that what you're talking about?
Not the
Oh, Rockaway. Okay. I gotta read
Not
this
the
back and
Wedge Inn.
catch up. You guys are hysterical.
The Wedge Inn, just mentioning the Wedge Inn is hysterical.
Wow. Wow. I can go on and on for hours and hours.
I hated passing the Wedge Inn on the highway when we were dating.
Yes, it
You
was
know
the Pelham
why?
Bronx line. That's right, Triple G.
Because that meant we were getting closer to home and we had to like say goodnight.
I know.
We were getting closer to home. Oh,
Should have asked me to marry you a lot
yes.
sooner then.
Oh. I could have done that.
Brooklyn. Oh, okay. Okay. Wow, there's so many places. We got to go for a ride one day and just show them everything. I can't
Sometimes
believe Roy's
it's funny to
Toyland,
like
though.
remember things like what was here,
I
what was
know.
there.
And then people remembering it like Pizza City. That like blows my mind. Like blows my mind for real.
Cooks is the wackiest one of all. Cooks is the
Angela
type of
Cooks.
place where you go like this and you go, come on, you really remember that place?
You guys,
Oh, like-
by the way,
like,
speaking of
I went to Cooks, I remember
speaking
it.
of
No, you don't.
Westchester Square, I'm sure you remember Hawaii Sea, of course. Oh, we didn't even look at it. I'm
Oh, wait,
sorry.
no.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I thought you guys.
No, that's
I
talking
gotta give
away.
you some money. Cash? Cash.
Yeah, whatever. You could charge it too. Exit 13 on the Belt Parkway. Anthony, question. Do you remember Old Man Phillips Pizza on 115th Street, First Avenue? Best pizza calzone in Zapolis.
On that, no.
And Angela
no,
may
I can't
remember that.
I bet
Old
and
Man
Angela
Phillip
might remember
Pizza?
it.
There's always a story, Owen. There's always a
And you
story.
remember
Philip.
Old Man Philip? Philip's
Is that
Pizza?
the guy's name? Are you calling him old?
Or was he really old?
Nathan's in Yonkers is where we used to go all the time. Triple G, absolutely. Yes, Katie, Aunt Angela grew up around the corner. I know you spoke to each other once. Hi, Sheila. How you doing? You made
Sheila,
it for the
hey.
tail end. We're almost out
In
of
the
power.
tail end, we're almost
Thank
out
you
of
for
power.
stopping in.
I would have to like snap out the thing and snap in the power pack.
Oh, Filippo, they would call him? Oh. What street was it on? What did she say, 119th Street? And Angela or Katie, did you guys ever go to the original Patsy's when you were younger? Like, was that a regular pizzeria? Or did you go to a different pizzeria?
Oh yeah, original
Sheila's been
Patsy's,
busy
right?
all day making her delicious jam.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
She's very busy. Have you seen the movie Elvis that came out? Not yet, no.
No, I've not seen that yet.
Oh, you're in the car, you're driving home.
Who's driving
Take
home?
it easy. Sheila.
I'll put this over there. You can keep
Okay.
the change.
Just keep it. Okay, don't lose that.
I don't want to lose my money.
Yeah, it
clip.
looks like it's a good movie.
Titanium.
Good old days, 115th Street, First Avenue. Yeah, still go there. Oh, you still go there?
Oh, not titanium.
Oh, that's right, because
actually,
you
better.
still live there,
Carbon
right? in that
fiber.
area? Nobody
I love
cares
my
about your
carbon
carbon
fiber
fiber. Yes, the original Patsy's on 117th Street. Did you go there when you were like growing up or a teenager, or did like the family like get that? I would be curious to know that. By the way, you guys, I had just found out not too long ago, my Aunt Angela told me, I asked her, some of the family members in our family, when I was really young, I would go to their homes and I didn't know where they lived and I was dying to know. I just remember driving in the car and going there and I remember their house, their home, but I didn't know where we were. You know, when you're a little kid, you don't know where you're going, right? And she had told me that they lived in Belmont on Arthur Avenue. I had no idea that my family members lived on my father's side right near Arthur Avenue. I just couldn't believe it.
As Italian as you could get, I guess.
Isn't that amazing? I didn't know. That's why you got to ask your family members. You got to find out. It's fun.
You got to find out. You got to ask. You got to inquire. Inquiring minds want to know.
100 jars in the past couple of days.
That's,
Holy moly.
Now that's a lot of jam.
Okay, you got to go. That's wonderful,
is
Raven.
jamming.
Thanks for
Raven,
sticking with us this
wonderful
whole time.
having
Always
you.
love having
Thanks
you here.
for sticking in with us.
That is interesting,
Old friends from the neighborhood.
Okay, what do you think? You think we should do it? Because you got 2 notifications already, and it looks like we're
getting
gonna
down
die.
close.
I don't want to
show
just
them
die.
you want to show them the pizzeria before you go? You want to take them and like
Right,
have a
in
word?
Helen, Arthur Avenue neighborhood. I
Want
love
to check
it.
out the front
I'm
and
not
show
gonna
some
go.
pizza
Why don't you
pies?
do it? You're the man that loves the gimbal.
So,
All right, guys, I'm going to say goodbye, and Anthony's going to say goodbye when he gets to the pizzeria area. Don't forget to show on the wall that Fran Dreschner. When you make the left here, there's like a thing about her on the wall.
show on the wall when I make the left. When I make the left, then it's
Thank
going
you
to say
so
goodbye.
much for stopping by and spending some time with us, and we will speak next time. Never went to Roseland. My father did. He talked about it all the time. My father always
did. He
talked about
talked about the
Roseland.
ballroom,
I did go to the Peppermint
Roseland
Lounge
ballroom.
after I got a fake ID from Playland in Times Square, which was a very stupid thing to do. Do not recommend that to anyone, even though they were gone. But went to the Peppermint Lounge. I will tell that story next time. So there's a cliffhanger. We'll talk some more. Love you guys. Anthony's just gonna show you the rest of the
show you a
restaurant.
quick thing.
And this place is so nice. You should come here. It's really great. Love you. See you next time. Okay, Anthony, go
All
ahead.
right. I'm going to take you guys for a quick tour.
And end it
gonna
at the
take
pizza,
you-
okay? Show them
take
some
you
of the
for a
Anthony,
quick
turn
little
it around.
tour.
Turn it
Where?
around.
Yes, I am.
And then show them the pizza.
Here's the little hall that we're in. Here's on the walls we have the classic pizzeria type
And then show the
artwork.
pizza when you get to the front.
And we got some we got some tables. It's a nice little place right here. Here's our wonderful waiter, Pablo. He's the
Thanks,
best.
keep the change.
We got some places around here. Nice little place. We got a little, just so you guys know, Got our little wine bar over here. Just a little bit. A kitchen. There's some people on the wall. There's our little friends. There's the nanny up there. The Pope. Some condiments. Desserts. Got the guys in the back making the wonderful pizzas, providing us with food, and some delicious looking pizza, some rolls, pizza pies over here, buffalo chicken. It's like chicken masala, like an upside down, a grandma, and some Sicilian over there, and get yourself some calzones. Classic neighborhood pizzeria. It was so nice having you guys along. It was wonderful. It was wonderful to have you guys in town come along with us. And just so you know, we'll be seeing you again real soon.
And you're back.
And remember, wait, here's Danette. Danette is waving. Wait. There's Danette waving. She's waving. And as always, we're going to say goodbye to you from my sweet wife and myself. And as always, we'll see you guys again sometime really soon. If you love these things, share out the videos, subscribe, give us a thumbs up because we like to hear from you. If you hate us, give us a thumbs down. But I know you don't. I know you secretly love us. So until next time, when we see you, just always remember, peace.